Mpɔtam morning show with PAPALAW Perfect. Mondays to Fridays, 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. GMT. Mpɔtam morning show, building communities together with you. Swabadu Sabdokataya, Red Makatonda Yataya, Rubado Gagaba. No weapon fashioned against us shall prosper. Lord, I thank you for the power of resurrection that is at work in my life and situation for a sustained breakthrough. In the name of Jesus, I ask for a deployment of the power of the Holy Spirit into your finances for notable and sustainable breakthrough. In the name of Jesus, I breathe on you the Spirit of God upon your life, upon your finances, upon your business. May the power of God come afresh upon you. I curse, I block, I thwart, I sabotage, I pull down, I throw down every force of darkness contending with you. Let that power bow in the name of Jesus. For this is the day the Lord has made. May you rejoice and be glad in it. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. In his presence there is fullness of joy. At his right hand there are pleasures forevermore. By strength shall no man prevail. With God on your side, you are powerful than the powerful, stronger than the strongest. In the name of Jesus, when God is on your side, power is on your side, favor is on your side, glory is on your side. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former. I pray for you. May the finger of God come afresh upon you. May you be lifted. May you be elevated. May God grant you favor in every sphere of your life. In the name of Jesus, may God elevate you. May your going out be blessed. May your coming in be blessed. Wherever the sole of your feet shall tread upon, may you possess the place. I pray that any witchcraft coven plotting and scheming, planning and plotting against your destiny, let every force of darkness backfire by fire, backfire by fire. Break every conspiracy. Break in the name of Jesus. Break is your word, not like hammer breaking rocks into pieces. I block, I break, I pull down, I throw down every works of the devil. I cover you in the blood. May the finger of God come afresh upon you. May God order your steps into all righteousness. May you be elevated. May you be favored. May God bless you with marriage, bless you with finances, bless you with wealth and riches. Rabadusa tokataya, makatonda yataya, rabadosata. Let victory be your portion. Upon Mount Zion there shall be deliverance, and the house of Lord's success, and the house of Holy of Holies, and the house of God shall be victorious. You are covered in the blood. You are favored. May you be lifted. May you rise and never come down. May God arise and let your enemies be scattered. You are covered in the blood. May you be elevated. May God cover you in the blood. By the efficacy of the blood, let every mountain crumble. Let every valley be filled. Let every crooked ways be made straight. I cover you in the blood. May God keep you safe. I pray for the church of God. I pray for the world. I pray for businesses. I pray for your career. I pray for your children. I pray for your child. I pray for your husband, your wife, your fiancé, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your helpers. I pray and prophesy. May your destiny helpers locate you right now. Break every force of darkness. May you be blessed. May you be lifted. Be blessed. Be lifted. Be exalted. You are covered in the blood. You are blessed and highly favored. In Jesus' name, Amen. Amen.
Satan will make mess of me. I will pray, I will pray, I will pray, oh, I will pray. If I don't pray, Satan will make mess of me.
DivineFlavor.com.
I will pray, I will pray, I will pray, oh, I will pray. If I don't pray, Satan will make mess of me. I will pray, I will pray, I will pray, oh, I will pray. If I don't pray, Satan will make mess of me. If Jesus can pray, if Peter can pray, if Babalola can pray, who am I not to pray? If Pastor Chris can pray, if Peter Names can pray, oh, if GUC can pray, who am I not to pray? If Oyedekbo can pray, if Benson in the Osa can pray, if our fathers can pray, who am I not to pray? For we cannot pray enough. I will pray, I will pray, I will pray, oh, I will pray. If I don't pray, Satan will make mess of me. You need to know that every man that is made, he has built on a ritual, and that ritual is called the place of prayer. The place of prayer, the place of prayer. You don't need to have a good voice. Just go there. Papale, skokapalata, epempele puma, ipalitakus, epele kabon, atapabele, ukam pele de kabai, ibrata, abeli asote, frede pali, ukam pele de ma, brata tatatai, akapaboa, ibao, ibebebebabao, abababababa, even when your strength is failing, you press on again. Atom, when you feel weak, you pray again. Anemo, atemo asime, urieteka fully, afilikwa, when your strength is losing, you enter into the groaning. But make sure you don't stop unless Satan will make mess of you. I will pray, I will pray, I will pray, oh, I will pray. If I don't pray, Satan will make mess of me. Badura, oh, Badura, oh.
More music at DivineFlavor.com.
I take one more time. Missy way boo boo me born. Wow, mama family who are deep. Found any day. Wow, mama yo me more. Found free kwasum. Marisia do do. Me ya.
Somebody lift up your voice. Sing with me, come on, sing.
Mojadi. Oh, Mojadi. She. Oh, Wamama Kuma. Oh, me, yes. What a blessed morning. It's a wonderful morning. It's time for your favorite morning show in Mpɔtam, 55 minutes on top of the hour, 6 a.m. GMT, the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We're streaming live on www.mortingghana.com, online radiobox.com. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page, on your timeline. Send the link to your friends. Tell your friends it's time for your favorite current affairs morning show in Mpɔtam with PAPALAW Perfect. The best is yet to come.
I take one more time. Missy way, we bought you. Wow, mama, family, who are deep. Found any day. Wow, mama, you're me more. Found it. My this year to do it. Me, never. Sama
We thank God for what He has done and what He is about doing. What a gracious God we serve. May God touch you. May God fill you with His grace. It's a Mpɔtam morning show with PAPALAW Perfect, 57 minutes on top of the hour, 6 a.m. GMT. What a God we serve. Alright, so I'm going to be with you from now till 10 a.m. We're going to have a nice time. I'll be sharing the weather forecast with you, news that are making headlines in our various newspapers and news portals. I'll be having the newspapers review segment with my co-host David Santos.
Come on, somebody lift up your voice.
We'll have the editorial, then we'll have the officials of the ECG, Tema region, joining us in the studio for studio discussion. We're going to ask all the questions on your behalf, so send in your questions, your thoughts, your views, your comments. Let's get interactive. What a God we serve. Continue to bless God, bless the name of the Lord, magnify the name of the Lord, give Him praise, give Him adoration. Among the gods, none can be compared unto Him. He is bigger than the biggest, stronger than the strongest, mightier than the mightiest, powerful than the powerful. What a gracious God we serve. Thank you, Lord Almighty. We'll also be having sports updates with Alexis Smith. How clean is your community? I believe your community is clean. Clear the gutters, clear the weeds, swept your compound. Let's make our communities a better place for healthy living. Good morning, the presidency of Ghana. Good morning, the parliament. Good morning, the judiciary. Good morning, students and teachers. Good morning, doctors and nurses. Good morning, everyone. May God bless you. May God keep you and protect you. The Lord be your strength.
Lift up your voice and say,
The Lord be your everything. Now the weather forecast for today.
Ghana Meteorological Agency GMET announces that a rainy day is expected for most parts of the country. Some areas within the east already experiencing rain and thunder. The condition was spread to more areas this morning into the afternoon. We've had a fair share of the rains already. Ghana Meteorological Agency GMET announces that a rainy day is expected for most parts of the country. Some areas within the east are already experiencing rain and thunder. The condition was spread to more areas this morning into the afternoon. The end of our editorials for today. Now let me acknowledge our sponsors. Number One Shoes. They are into sales of all kinds of shoes, bags, belts for kids and adults. Number One Shoes is located at Tema Community 11, directly opposite Community 11 School Complex. Contact Number One Shoes on 0256836112. 0256836112. Number One Shoes, quality is a hallmark. When it comes to photography, the only place to go is Shabak Photography, Shabba Rich, formerly Shabba Rich Photography. They do all kinds of photography, passport size, photograph, photo shoot for events, during your wedding, your engagement, your birthday party, your naming ceremony, and all other occasions. Shabak Photography is located at Tema Community 11, adjacent the Presbyterian University, Tema Campus. Contact Shabak Photography on 0244671593. 0244671593. Shabak Photography will give you quality shots. Now when it comes to food, the only place to go is Danny Joan's Shepherd Foods. Danny Joan's Shepherd Foods. Danny Joan's Shepherd Foods has every kind of food. They have assorted drink as well. They serve you with delicious breakfast as well. And they also have delivery services available. Danny Joan Shepherd Foods is located at Tema Community 3, near the PV Obian roundabout. Contact Danny Joan Shepherd Foods on 0242841783. 0242841783. Danny Joan Shepherd Foods serve you with healthy foods. Ye moye bra ye ne be ye fiminu mienu ara wonsom ye tinipa na ye Ghana ye me no dia. May God empower you, may God strengthen you, may the hand of the Lord come afresh upon you. Let me go for a quick break. When I'm back, we'll do more. Stick and stay right here.
Can you do power ways now? Yamishira, how many fires the four? And Yanum, Yafanya Mistro, Human and Yami Besrayan, O'Brien, Boya, and Moyamurai, Abeya, Fianara, Amabaya, Fianara, Janoma, Asitana.
One be if you know me no Ghana, you may not hear. I want you to hit the share button, share the message on your page or your timeline. Send the link to your friend. Tell your friend it's time for your favorite morning show, Mpɔtam morning show, with PAPALAW Perfect, push to me and rocking white. www.ghana.com, online radiobox.com. I want you to follow us on all our social media handles, PAPALAW Radio /TV, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram. Just get connected. Make sure you are part and parcel of this. I'm telling you, today we're going to have a one-on-one interview with the officials of ECG Tema region. We are lucky to have one of the headquarters, their PROs, one of the PROs from their headquarters also joining the crew. So all the questions you want to ask concerning your power supply, the stability and instability of our power supply within the Tema region, I've been experiencing my own already. Between 9 p.m. and then 11 p.m. I don't know about you. So tell us, what's up with you? What's up with your power supply? We'll be asking all these questions on your behalf. Now it's time for sports. The ambassador of sports is already here, Alexis Smith. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Stand up for the champions.
Yeah.
We won in Athens. City, Man City.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
We won again.
Yeah.
Super
Super Cup.
Super Cup.
The UEFA Super Cup. This is your first one.
Yeah.
This is your first one.
We are happy.
Yeah.
We are happy.
You have to be happy.
2022 and 2023 has really been good to us.
Now you are joining the elite.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So what's happening in the world of sports?
So as you said, Man City have won the
That's
UEFA
right.
Super Cup for the first time.
Wow.
And in the game, Sevilla took the lead, and it looked like Sevilla were the better
That's
team.
right.
Yeah. I think Man City missed Kevin De Bruyne that night, and Haaland was very silent. The other day we were talking about him being like a ghost in major
That's right.
matches. So yeah, he hasn't scored in 4 European matches. His last 4 European matches he hasn't scored.
That's not too good.
Yeah, and
Mbappe would have scored.
So would you like Mbappe to be in your team?
Yes.
You like Mbappe?
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic player.
Fantastic player.
Yeah. In fact, the World Cup final, the way this guy caused a lot of
Problems.
a heart attack for Argentina. Yes, he's a fantastic player. I mean,
Individual.
somebody you can rely upon when matters get worse. Yes, like Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He always come in and make things happen. Yeah.
He's a clutch player.
That's right. That's
So
right.
Pep Guardiola has won the tournament with 3 different teams.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's the first coach to do
Bayern Munich,
that. Barcelona, and Manchester
and
City.
Manchester.
Yeah, so you have a good coach.
One of the greatest coaches.
One of the greatest. If not the greatest,
I'm
he's one of the
telling you.
greatest. His dominance is
Everywhere success is chasing
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
We thank God for his life.
Yes.
He has actually brought a lot of, incursions and revolution.
Yeah.
He has actually revolutionized the whole setup when it comes to the playing from the back, from the goalkeeper to the striker. He's been fantastic on that.
He's a student of Johan Cruyff, and Cruyff believes the best way to defend is to attack.
That's right.
So the more you attack,
Not being defensive.
don't be defensive.
That's
so
fine.
he's different to Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Different ideologies.
Some are of the view that he's philosophical.
Yeah.
And this man is, Kikambomnia.
Oh no.
You look at the kind of play, and then he strategizes even on the field.
Yeah, I think
play.
Pep is tiki-taka. He likes to hold the ball,
That's
dominate.
right. Yeah.
So when the opposition gets tired, they keep the ball a lot. And when you get tired, they find spaces.
That's right.
And they punish you.
That's right.
Yeah. So to the Women's World Cup yesterday,
England,
beat Australia.
amazing,
The
and
host-
they've made history.
Yeah, they've gone to the final.
Wow.
Yeah. So
History
yeah,
in the making.
Australia's captain was one of the best female footballers in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, she scored a wonderful goal yesterday. Beautiful strike, but she couldn't save her team.
Oh.
She was just coming from a calf injury too.
Oh.
Yeah. So at the 63rd minute, it was 1-1. So the hosts were thinking, we can beat this
Dominate,
English team.
that's right.
But the English team is a full
Solid,
set. Yeah,
solid.
they are solid everywhere.
They really mean business.
And this girl will be back for the final, Lauren James.
Okay.
After her red card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, this English team, I mean, I'm sure they have an agenda and it's working for them.
Yeah, so they'll be facing off with Spain.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. Who are you rooting for?
I think I'll go for England.
Why England?
Because I have a soft spot for English stuff.
Really?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That's right.
Okay. So Al Hilal are in the news again.
Okay.
As always, they are going in for Fulham striker Alexander.
I'm told. Sorry to cut it, but I'm told Neymar was requesting for so many things.
Yeah.
Hey,
So many.
25 rooms. Private jet. 5 workers.
Yeah,
hey,
he has his own
boy.
stuff and everything. He's bringing a superstar
Football.
status too.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Football.
And
Now, when your child want to play, please allow your child.
Invest.
Back it with education. I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
academy thing, but don't stop them.
Yeah, so the academy is like Right to Dream. When they are playing, they are not just playing.
That's right.
They go to school and everything.
That's right.
So
That's
Right to Dream has players like Mohamed Kudus from their ranks.
Wow.
So they learn and everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
They don't want situations like Emmanuel Boy's situation where the player doesn't know
That's right.
what his contract means
That's
or
right.
anything. So you're
Anything.
educated and you play. So football is a big investment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Liverpool, okay, so Al Hilal are trying to sign Mitrovic.
Okay.
He has agreed personal terms with them since July.
Why are they giving the green light to be signing left, right, center, but not Al Nassr? They've been, I mean, been given a limit. They can't buy other players.
I think
don't know.
Al
about
Nassr has signed a number of players, like 4 already.
Okay.
They have Teles, Mane, Brozovic. So I think in their ranks they feel they are okay. Maybe they might add another one.
Oh, okay.
But Al Hilal,
I thought it's the FA that, I mean,
No.
giving them a ceiling.
I'm not giving them a seat.
But I'm told that you don't have to buy, or in a team, you shouldn't have more than 8 players
Okay.
outside foreign
yeah,
players. They have an agenda
Yeah.
to build their own, I mean,
Yeah.
football
Yeah.
club.
Even in England, there's a
That
rule like
caveat,
that,
okay.
where there's a certain number of English players have to
Okay.
be in the team.
Okay,
They shouldn't be only foreigners.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
so that it wouldn't be dominated by only foreign players. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. So Liverpool have gone from Caicedo and Lavia to being linked with Stuttgart midfielder Wataru Endo.
Okay,
Wataru Endo, if you don't watch the Bundesliga, then you don't even
that
know who
guy
he
is
is.
something.
Yeah, he's 30 years of age.
Wow.
So they want him to fill the void left by Henderson and Fabinho.
Funny enough, is it Artifac or something?
Artifac, yeah.
Artifac with Al Nassr. Henderson was the captain
Yeah.
for the side, and then
Fab-
Al Nassr was money.
Yeah.
The football is funny. One day you are playing the same team,
The
another
next
day
day
you are
you are
playing
rivals.
against.
It's true.
Okay.
So Chelsea are looking to sell some French players, Lukaku,
Okay.
Ziyech and Odoi. Remember some time back the GFA approached
That's right.
Odoi. Yeah. But right now Odoi is not even, he doesn't even have a shirt
Informed.
number.
That's
yeah.
right.
So right now Fulham are looking to sign him.
Okay.
There's a player that Bayern sent in 35 million to sign some time back.
they
But right now Chelsea can't even get 10 million for the player.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I don't know if you consider playing for the Black Stars, because right now I don't think he can get into the England national team.
Okay.
So what's your take? Do you think he's a player we need?
Ghana don't need those overused players. I think we are not a dumping,
Side.
club,
Yeah.
football nation. No. We should. Ghana used to be one of the best, football nations.
Yeah, one of the best.
It's because of these Sikadicious officials at the GFA who have messed up the whole thing.
They've messed
It's
up
who
everything.
you know.
Yeah.
And Kurt keeps signing his players into the Black Star. Look at this guy, the left back. Is it the
Babaraman.
Babara?
The former Chelsea
Look at this
player.
guy. He was messing up. Still, he was in the team. Another match, they brought him on.
He was back in the team.
Can you imagine? All because somebody's parochial interest. So until we stop, Ghana will never go any far.
I think right now in West Africa, I think Senegal, the Ivory Coast,
They
they're all
were
above us.
intentional about, nurturing and grooming
Yeah.
new players, young players, and then, exporting them into the national team. So I think until we become intentional, we are not going anywhere.
All right, so kids,
He must go. That man must go.
Do you think he will go?
I don't like him.
Do you think he will go?
He's messed up there. What? Tell me any of the teams that are doing well under his watch.
Well, it's only the Black Queens for now.
And even the Black Queens is there. I'm sure the white coach.
Yeah. I think
She has come to instill discipline.
She has to talk.
And she's not the, Johnny Walker kind of person. Let's go. It cannot be tomboy and tom girl.
It's true. Okay, so to the local league, Asante Kotoko are letting some players leave. I think there's a new coach, so he's instilling his own style onto the team. So they've confirmed that
Dr. Ogum.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic, coach.
Let's see what he will do.
But I've always seen this thing run through football. Anytime a coach leaves and comes back, the second coming, there's always a stalemate.
I think
always
with sports and music, second comings are not always that.
Can be 50-50. That's why I respect Shatawale.
I was about to mention his name. The second coming was very, very great. It's true.
That guy has really made it.
Well, my problem with the Ghanaian teams is that locally, Asante Kotoko is huge, but on the continent, we can't match up to the Casablancas, the El Ali. But back in the day, we were top nations. So what went wrong for us?
I think the administration of football. And we are not investing enough into our football, cycles. Looking at Asante Kotoko not having a whole stadium. Look at Asante Kotoko. All these years, 1935 till now. 1911, Accra House of Folk is now trying to.
But now they have a complex.
That's right. It's just interesting. So if you are not investing, how do you expect results?
Our pitches are not good.
Exactly. It's not
the trainers.
You have everything working on a silver platter. It will not work in your favor if you are not intentional. The same thing applies to general life. If you are not intentional about success, you are not going anywhere.
And tactically too, I don't think we are up there with the North African teams,
at all.
The South African teams.
Look at year 2000. May he so rest in peace. James Sir Jones Atukwuefio had to use the Accra House of Folk team. They used to call them battalion, whatever, something battalion, and this team was solid. Jacob Nete, Ishmaelado, Charles Taylor, all these guys were there, and there are people you can just mention their names and children even know them. Today, when you mention the players, we don't know them, and they don't even play with pride.
It's true.
That zeal is all gone. I think the spirit has left us.
If I'm a player playing in the local league and I'm winning one of the matches, you're giving me slippers and stuff like that, it wouldn't motivate you.
But some of them were even giving, is it a can of Coke?
The water bottle and everything.
Ghana football.
So as you were saying, now if I mention these players, nobody knows them. So they are departing Kotoko, Mohamed Al-Hassan, Sauso Wusu, Samoboate, and Dixon Afukwa. Nobody knows these players because we are not even interested in the league.
Now so, free gate, but people are still not filling the stadium. So but Shatawale fills the stadium. Interesting.
All right.
That's how far we have reduced football in Ghana. All right, so I'm sure you are done.
I'm done.
All
I'm
right.
done for today.
All right, thank you very much, Alexis Smith, for giving us the sports update. So stand up for the champions. Congratulations to Man City. God bless you. More room for improvement. The show is Mpɔtam Morning Show, 80 minutes on top of the hour, 7 a.m. GMT, in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We're streaming live on www.mountainghana.com, online, radiobox.com. Asempayetia. Also, yadinipa na ye. So, nyame bebo ho ban ya ene ye. Eya no abie dan ato ho. Menko to security doors ne ne keka ho. In as much as we believe in God, we have to also use our brain. adwene the first gift God gave us. So when I talk about protection, you need to also be smart. I've realized that the police keep patrolling communities, but when they are not available, what do? You have to protect yourself. Security must be one of your top-notch decisions. So secure your life in the Lord and also use your brain to bring out security measures to protect your own self. All right, David Santos, Akwaba.
Yeja.
Machin so.
Mijusu.
Boko de.
Boko papa. Attorney General.
David Santos.
Attorney General.
David Santos.
The airwave commander.
The
airwave landlord.
Navigating kakranka.
The airwave tribalizer.
Oh, me that's it.
I salute your intelligence.
The gentle general.
I salute your intelligence.
I'm humbled, sir.
Congratulations to your new appointment as a member of the Economic Council and head of the Information and Communication Council of the International Humanity Chamber of Commerce. So now you are His Excellency Apostle Dr. Lawrence Success. Papa.
What kind of year?
I salute.
Pose the papa.
Pose. This one is not just a post, not just a mere post.
Because
head of Information and Communication Council of the International.
Yes, right.
Congratulations.
And I'm a propose because me yes wajuma.
Papa.
Me bomb me homodin kakra me to me dear.
In fact, I'm very happy this morning.
In fact, I was appointed as a member of the Economic Council.
Yes.
And then also the head of diplomatic media relations.
Exactly.
Nah, I know you're just an arm.
Yes.
Under Information and Communication Council, no.
Exactly.
And by God's grace, they have decided to uplift me to the highest, office. It means that the diplomatic and media relations number share Masi.
Yes.
So it's under my control
your
or tutelage. Bomb be disseminating information accurately, near making sure say agenda. It's just like a United Nations EU.
Yes,
but it's a young institution. And by God's grace, we are connected globally. Globally. To me register. South Africa, register. UK, register. Into nations, I can't mention them, but in the course of time, I didn't know you are going to congratulate me on this one.
I have to because when I saw it,
listed all for you to know how far we are going. And then
tomorrow is Friday, so right. If you can do that for us,
and all the ambassadors and the connection is already there. So God has been faithful. Just want to encourage people that whatever you are doing, do it with all your might. Do it with all your heart. Don't do it haphazardly.
That's right.
Because if you do it biara, you get biara results. So I think we have come so far.
Yes.
And God has been faithful. It's one of the dreams I have always been dreaming. I dreamt about this. And I started making conscious effort.
Okay.
I had been intentional about this whole journey. I thank God, and I'm happy and privileged.
In fact, the whole team of Mpɔtam Morning Show and PAPALAW Media, we are happy to have this kind of appointment. That is great.
Yesterday it was around 4 p.m. when I checked my mail, the letter, and then the flyer was ready. So I needed to share it on my social media.
Sharp, and I'm missing Debbie. Why be pa? So
what's happening?
Attending. A lot is happening. Our man, Kennedy Agyapong.
Yesterday he was on TV3.
TV3
on UTV as well.
Yes.
He's granting enough
interviews. Yeah. And, he said some things that people want clarification on that.
Okay.
So the interviews, in fact, they are important for us to be able to, have a clear mind on some of the
feed on it.
Yes. And so yesterday, one of the things that is trending right now, he says
about betting.
The betting. He supports it.
I know it to be trending.
Yes, everywhere. If you go everywhere, and NDC are also
already
of the view
on the rampage.
Yes, they should take out the tax on the betting aspect. So these two things, if you go to the pages and if you go to all the social media handles, it's trendy. NDC and Kennedy Agyapong also saying that he supports 100% the betting tax. So that is what is going on so far this morning, and other stuff that is going on.
I think he was spot on, and
okay,
he had to juxtapose the decision with what happens in the US when you win, when you stake and then you win. Once you become winnable, supposedly, I listened to him carefully.
Yes.
Supposedly you stake and you win maybe $1 million US dollars. Then 400 million will be deducted because that is cheap money. It means that you are not getting it out of
sweat,
your hard work.
So that's the more reason why the tax is high.
That's the decision there.
Hey, I tell you.
And 400 is taken and you are giving 600 million.
And now for me, say ube udi wa dream be pre cha cha pa no anya. Na ya till boom say.
I don't think they consider all that. The decision makers don't consider what you are considering. The only thing is you are getting cheap money without sweat.
But I think is it cheap?
Well,
is it cheap to stick?
There's nothing that comes by chance. I know the betters are conscious about it.
Sometimes will be yet me dinisana.
I'm making a point. They are conscious about it. They also put in their monies and all that, their strength, their time, their
strategies,
mental strength and all that. But the decision makers, those who collect those things as they were not into being. I mean, our leaders don't put into consideration all these aforementioned things. They only take the decision based on how you are getting the money. It's so cheap and easy to get the money. So he has supported the 10% withholding tax placed on betting and then gaming and the likes. But the NDC on the other hand, I always see politics in Ghana so funny. It's scandalous when sometimes I will say that I'm scandalized when the opposition parties when they are not in power. The way they take entrenched positions easily. Sometimes it blows my mind. But when you are in power, maybe you did worse. So politics in Ghana or Africa, it will take God. But politicians are gradually becoming politicians. Once they are in power, everything they are doing is good. When they are out of power, what the one in government is doing is evil. That's Africa. Elsewhere, they commend each other. Once you chalk a particular feat, which they believe that, yes, you've done well, we have to commend you. But in Africa, it's a different ball game altogether. Pull him down. You have to make sure your government fails so that I can come to power. If you don't fail, how do I come into power? So that's the spirit of a typical politician in Ghana. All right, David Santos, thank you so much. Obanyansa for you, Bunibet and Kanasa. Now the headlines. AKUFO-ADDO has regretted sacking Edubuahin over Adnas expose Ken Agyapong. We are suffering. ex-GN savings and loans employees plead with AKUFO-ADDO to reinstate banking license. GRA to rake 400 million Ghana cedis from gaming tax. My mother died over threats on my life. Kennedy Agyapong. A Nigerian hairdresser fined 10,000 Ghana cedis, jailed 15 years by Sugar Kope Court, Circuit Court for human trafficking. We can also try to condemn. How can you be so wicked by trafficking human beings who are made in the image of God and somebody who is just like you? How can you be so heartless all in the name of making money. What happened to Dawa indigenous seeds? UDS professor wonders. Some contractors denying payment for supporting certain presidential aspirant. Dr. Fiye Akoto alleges. Afe ubekam. Ubekam. As you see, I know what Bayana was so. Abayina womu. Where we need pounds, so what down for power in the book was yet afraid. We know that you and Nana Adodanko AKUFO-ADDO are very good friends. You are very, very good friends. Today, they are showing you where power lies. All right, government set to roll out Ghana virtual high school. Education Minister hints. NDC to protest occupied government buildings over 10% betting tax. Wizkid made in Lagos hit US best-selling African album record. Barcelona confirmed Deco appointment with Alimani set to leave. John Dumelo loses mom. May the gentle soul of your mother rest in peace. It was just 3 days ago when NDC, his party, endorsed him as the parliamentary candidate for Ayawaso West Wogon. And sadly, he loses the mom after 2 days. I don't think people will start saying in Africa, when we are thinking about what killed, elsewhere they are thinking about what killed the mom. Ghanaians will be saying who killed the mom. All right, so condolences to you. REDSEC gives illegal settlers around Damascus 2 weeks ultimatum to move. Efia lost huge deal because of false speculations. Nanajua a window. Greetings from abroad. Mami wabojuma. Near tia Yesusano. Tia chini shesa. Hey. Mami never green onida. Still young. We are fed with cocoa without sugar. Mock Jessica College of Education students. Buying papa pardon. And students are suffering. They don't know. Come Shepana Bamuse. ECOWAS chiefs of defense staff to meet in Accra over Niger coup. Agyapong taxes will be reduced and expanded. No current plan to raise Nigeria fuel prices. Tinubu. Kenyans split over petition seeking TikTok ban. Mumbane. Ghana kura was here ban. Bibeka se honi yenye sika. Si wana anya sika ntia dinse hunu ni nkwasi asem. Ahmed Swali may not get justice if Agyapong becomes president. Family. Ministry of Tourism set aside 100 million Ghana cedis to promote youth-led tourism enterprises. I'm safe and sound. Stoneboy speaks out after alleged robbery attacks in US. Ghana for. See, Yabonitu or say safe and sound. A Blackwa urges government to clear passport backlog. Automate system. Don't equate me to Donald Trump. Policies were too harsh. Ken Agyapong. Ready ochre. Donald Trump me feeling na. I just love him. Asembio Kambia no quarry. He's not a politician. He doesn't speak like a politician. A blue or say a blue. Africa ye papa. And some more kanya enyampa. Said the North will see war. I blockade Canadians from illegal immigrants from entering into the US. Many the Kwankamisia Marco Kenya meo. A bronco Africa Niku US or co visitors may be Trump. No, I'm an immigration officer because so Buamin you have been on co visit with US or say May. So for my guy, may yet that. That is typical of a black man. adwe bɔne nko a ti Donald Trump de me de metan na chisa chacha osan bakura ni opeso ya Africa bi onfanye ye ni Africa ni mu ani se obi di ni so na osore a waka chese sorry kodware no akodware because Africa ni one country so kodware onware da hwenkola ne se de tete o enkola ne se one country so kotwi ni si ontwi da wo de aduani si won so obedi kire wo okwan a yafa so atete ye enkola. We are not proactive. Ghana's oil revenue savings from crude oil export decline marginally, drops to $1 billion. CTAC strike. National Labour Commission direct government to implement agreed terms. GSS to conduct census of informal and formal businesses. Tricycle operators in Kumasi begin to comply with ban on CBD operations. MPP primaries phones, cameras banned to avoid vote buying. I will use patriotic songs to change mindset of Ghanaians in my first 100 days. Agyapong. Avoid illicit drugs and gambling to secure your future. King of Gonja urges students. Upper East Region records highest case of elephantiasis. Nijeku, we need ECOWAS to be vocal about bad governance, not military intervention. GFA elections, Georgia Free cries over exorbitant 50,000 Ghana cedis filing fee. Nigeria President Tinubu mourns soldiers killed in helicopter crash. Music duo Dope Nation introduces new genre called Ghana Piano. House of Hope to build 25,000 capacity stadium. Togbe are fed there. Adriana FC announced our champion as new head coach. You have failed to retool our military. Don't send them to Niger. Sam George to AKUFO-ADDO. Niger coup. ECOWAS has been hypocritical in decision making over the years. Kletos, Seidu, Dapila. I'm not arrogant. I speak the truth. Kennedy, Agyapong, Energy Ministry staff arrested for allegedly stealing over 287,000 from ADB. Ghanaian songstress Maya Blue wows fans with live performance at exposure party in Accra. Niger coup. ECOWAS should understand that they cannot use Niger as an example. Dr. Victor Doki. There was zero corruption in a Japan deal. Gabi Ochre Dakon. The Ochre. Who a bufu crache obia. Wa wonye minister, wa wonye vice president, wa wonye ya can say won't have any agency be and so who control everything in this government. Visi any mana. Mo dear, Montanaho. A buying besesa, buying beko, a buying beba. Tourism is a hugely important sector to Ghana's economy. Upon Kroma, Ghanaians must partner government in corruption fight. Kennedy, Agyapong. Don't send troops to Niger. Presby Church. The end of our editorials for today. 38 minutes on top of the hour, 7 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We stream it live on www.modernghana.com online, radiobox.com. I'm going for a quick break. When I'm back, we'll do the newspaper review. And to help me do that is David Santos, my co-host.
Mama Asampaetia Obayansapo
Wonsom yadinipa na ye Ghana yemenodia. The show is Mpɔtam morning show with PAPALAW Perfect. We streaming live on www.modernghana.com online, radiobox.com. I want you to know that it's time for a newspaper review segment, and to help me do that is David Santos, my co-host. News that are making headlines in our various newspapers. To start with, we want to start with the daybreak. So, what's happening, David Santos?
Tenny.
Yes, sir.
A lot is happening on the front page of the papers this morning. And there's a saying that those who sleep with their phone on silence don't care about emergencies. And so I'm starting with the daybreak.
That's right.
On the front page of the daybreak, it says, fire service understaffed, citizens personnel ratio below international standard, and then Tim Baumia launches campaign fund.
Oh, Nina Crocro de John.
Uzi.
We. Nina Crocro de John. I don't believe in politicians bringing out. You remember NDC's Heroes Fund?
Fund, yes, Heroes Fund.
Ako say.
Yentin Cambio. Atonsu.
The way these people can.
I tell you, sir, Obia, fun. Alan so say.
One say. Yet your mind. Now you see a teacher of mine. Now you share quite pass so long term. Because say, some politicians are BDD so cool now. Or they presidents.
Yes, baby.
Because no more long term vision for Ghana.
I tell you, you are bringing some deep
fans. They are DJ fans. Asa.
We are
just want to. They want to make mockery of Ghanaians, and they played with our intelligence for a very long time. And it's time we rise up and tell them the truth to their faces. We are sick. The nation is sick.
I tell you are right. There's no long-term policy
medium term, just to win political expediency. That's it, and we are gone. They don't have anything good for Ghana. All they do is to win power. They want position, right?
Yes.
So they are introducing campaign fund, and people will start donating. When they get the money away, and they forget the Ghana.
No.
Wa also obeshama me mabra boy ye no.
Usabe pe.
Osa so agime mi sika dia ye campaign. Na almost am bawia tieri.
Ateni we dey kan yi.
Almost am bawia me say. Wono o say obetuma boa mu abra bo asesa no. Enti to abama no medi wo so. Na wa abra bo asesa no. Ono wo de keto na wo na ni awu ni bi no. Which is caused by these so-called politicians, you know. What the kakra no or sanya GFI wonsem ama wo de aboada mo aba power no ba power nso a wasan aba bedi usika ama wasan bre.
This is deep thinking. Hey, empower
usika no oji na wasan aboada mo aba power ni wie a usika wose ofa na nka ode bebua no brabo sesa no no asa di one ne yere ne ne ma eri na bushia no ode na fu ne ne nan ne ti ne se ene na no adiska ne nyina no asore ko no wa brabo no se de tie no sa ne tie owie a no aka kire se wo ye kwasampanyi wo ye lazy o mpadwuma o mo homodin ti na wo bre o mu wu no mo konso a wa mama sa me papa de obobra enso ne papa kro no no obeboye na odi asisi aye dwapade owie a obebo wo kwasampanyi amebia ka wunini wo se wo nananom ne wabusuafo nyina sa mo ya kwasampa fo mo amobra adenti because papa ana wo maami ama mewia Ghana sika ba nini ne se ene ye bia ne busuani bi de o mo bewia ye o mo kumye ene o mo seye ene o mo nya o mo ho tam almost say your mind no but my brother the man say no omu die o man etimu no
atene we dey Mr. ye hia attention eti we dey answer na meto aso no because they who can if you don't
that's the reality.
People are not thinking like that.
That is the reality.
Thinking
that's the reality.
If you are not smart you wouldn't know.
That's the reality.
Obi a say oba be boy no
oje o kakrawa oje o kakrawa ni we ode akane de ho na wasan so aboa na moa bedi ade obedi ade a ade die na se ne say somebody wanting power. What's the purpose of the power?
The power
to change the state of the country and to enrich the destinies, bring up proper policies and structures so that Ghanaians or the citizens will also enjoy from the policies you have introduced to help them enrich their lives as well. What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Wow. What is good for the goose? If their children could be taken out of the country by force expatriates, by force foreigners to go and school outside Ghana, pay in dollars, pay in pounds. What is wrong with Akosia Mansa's son or daughter in the village?
Without light, without proper
what is wrong?
School infrastructure.
That child in the village, what is wrong? That child will also enjoy the same equal opportunities that the MP, the politician, the civil servant, whoever. Because when we are talking about corruption, it's so endemic that it runs through all our institutions, including church. Even in the church, there's corruption. Pastors are destroying the church by squandering the monies meant for the development of the church. Pastors' wives and children are doing church members, they are still suffering. You see, a classical example is the church.
Okay.
Pastors are riding in cars.
Yes. The
Church members are on foot. I remember in my former church, the pastor will bypass you. He said, "Yantem nebra."
Oh.
I won't foul. On my lift. No.
I can't walk on.
Quite woman say, "Yantem, myself, why you late? Ube do late, I won't serve it."
Hey.
Aye.
Myself as well.
Not for me home. Oko.
No, oko do one man tema.
Won't serve it. You better punish you. Ube kwa kubo Jim.
And then one day, you be your back.
Also, will be a friend incense.
Yes, yeah, that is the turbo.
Ayo. Who be Jiru?
Then we have the acolyte.
Ayo.
We have the hey. Okay. Attorney. Deal. And then MPP bounce phone during primaries. And then expert caution.
Na bakusuru.
Bakusuru.
Bako. Allegations.
Yes.
So much is 10,000 be flow.
Vote.
Maybe so beje so. Vote and capture. Vote and capture. So who vote now capture. Now the coachre sumesia. Media tete said the other form on asie hono. Na wahwe sampa wotoman.
Otuma
na fe.
Hey.
Cash na hand. Near the amount.
Yeah, the amount.
And no. That is Ghana for you.
Hey, attorney.
Politicians have taken advantage of the vulnerables for a very long time, and now they are also wise. So if you want my vote, then pay, because we know that when you come, you forget us.
Hey.
True or false?
That is true.
That's Ghana for you.
And sir, and expert cautions against ECOWAS boots in Niger. So these are on the front page of the Daybreak.
I don't need a hit song. I done it best. A peninum papa. Or voice
papa. Bemao. Bemba voice.
Ani. Ogani. David Santos.
The airwave landlord.
Hey.
What do you move, Papa?
Nana me share near my biwo Facebook. Near be a medical PSO. Oh dear, you better come once. Retiring musicians is bad culture, dead body. Okay, dead body.
Me debut.
Hey, oh, Tonyo R&B, say, oh, nice voice, be.
Oh, that's what. Oh, that's what.
I got trouble. Hiatus, or hiatus, and I can't
hiatus. Hey, I tell you.
Home.
Hey,
why,
yes, and to
dead body. All about dead body.
I know so you.
Oh, you good, rough, or voice power, but
I'll set out
for almost person selling Dion voices.
And your call, I'm on it. Kai.
Oh, no, Tonyum pa. Not Tonyum.
Wow.
Align your dresser with your songs. All right, so take the daily guide.
All right, so on the front page of the daily guide, it says National Lottery Authority sacks 10 officials over extortion, and then also NDC incites
National
Lottery
Identification Authority NIA. Omunyai Krokro de John. I say Shelly Ayoko Bochi. Say Oti Oslanga.
Debbie, hey,
because what? Presidential among the 10, no, presidential candidate Bakwa Ashani Boss said we near obey me vice candidate.
No, always says yeah.
Ayoko Bocha dia wo ye nyina no so among the 10 Bakwa Ashani Bo.
Hey,
into a pipanity. Okay, Oslo, sir. Visa and send no.
Yes.
Jibabia and Kaki to be sent on Mampany AKUFO-ADDO the boss, the temerity to sack, to hire, and to fire. Wahayano, until go what temerity need to fire. Also fire. It's my many person the paper ni din, the din a finger back on.
Or person
the paper.
Hey,
it's not TC, also per camera.
Papa.
Hey, I don't like that. And we discipline, we are forming a committee. Omuko diska keke. Monsieur Muko diska no manum tea, no master any friend committee.
Hey,
come and enjoy tea asa
lie
yanti kuro mu na party bi say wo mo baban mu nti no from say the committee transitional committee
yeah
just aban nyame president AKUFO-ADDO kwa aban e beba no
yes
wo mo betena se no wa ante bo mo be boy committee omunum tea de giomani city allowance sa e ka no ye de beto wo na chen eska ye betumi de akosisi schools be ye 10 de ama o man Ghana school for
eno mu de akonum tea
sani ama we nyina ye krokro the job missy DVLA Goro boys omo ho na omu ni ho
oh bebre
passport office omo ho na omu ni ho
omo ma passport omo we kwana no entrance on mo
Ghana Port and Harbours Authority GAPOHA omo ho na omu ni ho
see oniema background me yi
me pacho enne ne enim se sankrofo yi omo chiche bribe ho
oh ateni ye wo money
why are we
tickling
ourselves and laughing when we know there's nothing to laugh about?
Hey.
That is the mess we are causing this country. We are causing this country a lot of mess. Me sanyama we misi mi hu a your friend is a crocro the John. Crocro the John. Omo to me na do bia omo image na say
poto basa
Ghana police bribe gie eyene radio sisu kra na say prosi for munya bribe o was meje no atwe saba o tie pepepepe
wa ye ni sa say
o say aban ne dia man no age no
waji
ori bi de enwanwa
da bi
yen capital cities no anase mia ye beka se we ahade ani bie wo ho ha bie benifo wo kuro ni munti ebia police ni din se hunu bia ni panyi kura betumi
yes
mesia ha
ehonum kwana
enkran mu omoje
hwe
tema ha omoje omujreja kwa ho omoje wo mu nimpa so betumi nyasem so bribe ne de
obeji
police ni to me hu wo se na ye weekend
obeji
something for the boys
obeji
omonsana se Caesars na kwan so mo fa so gisika no
enwanwa
emi so mo sheda ko hu training training papa
eka code of conduct ni hu
ya duru bria David Santos e wo se ya ka no kware mo man we sisa
enokre
Electricity Company of Ghana na ye interview omo officials
yes
on beba so bribe wo ho
bebre
enkofo chi bribe
aba
me gisika na empanyifo no isi goro we no munyai ka na ECG kura wo ho
wo ho
empanyifo ni ma meter anaju kura o mutumi ma o meter anase why na di animu eye boys
goro no
emrantie na omo de omani monyam omo aton no omo aton animonyam no etini boss animonyam kakra wo no ono na ye de na ye scapegoat e no protect eno amekan yanti maimu na kwasi nyantachi former GFA chairman ana president or see President AKUFO-ADDO eshedi bottom. The president is in my pocket.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Just put
get
something
this amount of money. Vice and so can amount.
Amount yes.
Say unya
Fabra. Simple.
Ekosi say.
Yeah.
Ankosi. Because ya begia to mu is endemic. And it has become a pandemic. Wow. Abe ye suni ya bang. Eti yen to me sisa. Eti me ende me hwe papers when say and na bang say wasaki we say on my panyi AKUFO uni ni eti and ministers na comfortable no. Uni ni eti.
Debbie, ubet me abomu.
They are comfortable. Uni so comfortable places so na ya water nya asemo.
And
you feel so comfortable.
As if you
farm matches so we no dey shop.
Oh yes.
That day ni e be shell.
Ye be shell papa.
Ya te Ghana ni yesori ya se Ghana de could to me see Ghana de could to me see
agro niso
we ya niso ya feel so comfortable Ghana de o de share social media enkomo na ekokoso no one say Bank of Ghana nse mi buy Nigeria na Kenya ka unrest aba
cry
can rest aba
eya fedi eya fedi
me say and can rest
1 week ni eya fedi
Sisila da pass me
say any papers no be mu enra mi hu wo papers
enra no so okosiu multimedia
na atani na me dream say Cecilia da passe ni sika ayira. Enche na Bank of Ghana say onusu ni sika ayira. Ti na me hwe say bia na Central Bank.
Enti we ho kire na no akwaji bi wo.
Na kwa no say I'll protect the public purse. Enti na bia
wanyam protect. Wanyam protect.
Okay.
To asoma me.
Attorney NDC incite youth against 10% betting tax. And then also Team Baumian launches tech campaign. Also Nigeria jailed 15 years for human trafficking. And then rethink Agric national best farmer. So these are on the front page of the Daily Guide.
The anchor. Intimidation force emerge in MPP race. A free Akoto review says contractors unpaid for not supporting one candidate. One candidate in I don't show so back. I mean, Dr. Baumia. One supporting a chitium amount. So, Papa Yason and that economic management team. But some bites in the mammy. Also, we have a solid team.
Yes, son or kind. Solid team. Economic solid.
These are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. At the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alain Chiramanting, Boachi Ejako, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team.
Fasiwa, producer Medase. What a solid
team.
What a disgraceful team. What a shameful team. What an inept team. What a reckless team. What a blockheaded team. Wait. Baby on mine where you dream. Na team no one fine. Aguana.
Ozi.
Except a team the monty to me go.
Mizi.
Aguana.
Abukra.
Wait.
Obiafani baby.
The ministers are so comfortable. Those who are manning the various agencies are also comfortable.
Yes.
And the reason is simple. And I will tell you why. They are comfortable because they know that position is for them forever. So far as this government is concerned.
Because there's no reshuffle.
Till this you got that right. You are smart.
7 years.
No reshuffle. So I'll be comfortable.
Hey.
So if I'm chopping and messing up, I'll mess up till my government leaves power.
Oh.
So I pity the next government. If power should change, if their so-called breaking of the eight don't materialize, and the next government comes, which we know, ultimately it will be the opposition party, the NDC.
Yes.
The largest opposition party. Mahama cannot arrest anybody. They can't prosecute. Ask me why. They will make sure, if I have been in the Ministry of Education for a very long time, I know how to cover my mess.
Okay.
By the time we leave office, I know how to cover my back. Smartly. How many of President Kufuor's ministers were jailed? When they were leaving, they covered their back nicely. So no evidence. Then they left them off the hook. As I'm watching, you remember? I'm planning to, I think, UK with the wife.
Yes.
They were arrested at the airport. What happened? He's working free. He's now the chieftaincy and religious minister as we speak. When President Kufuor was in power, he was able to jail the Abudakui, Dan Abudakui, the likes, other people. So, if care is not taken, if you come into power, you will take 30 years, like the venerable Kwame Pianim said.
Yes.
If care is not taken, Ghana will take 30 years
to be able to make
to
sure
bounce back. That's the kind of country we have.
30 years.
Tension erupts in Anglo over Hogbe Chocho Festival. Who die in tow family accuses Lands Commission others of illegality, but opponent threatened contempt of court. NDC to instigate youth against government over 10% betting tax. Yenti the Honorable Kennedy Agyapong kafa betting.
Yeah.
NDC for someone to be da. Say G youth 10% betting. Or say on the Otaichiri.
Okay.
He support it. He believes that a true say was said 10% and not. The government has even been charitable enough.
Okay.
In other words, we who
okay.
What you say, we who
Omoji.
Now, uko USA, unya $1 million, yeti 400 million.
Hey.
Ni amount 600. On tia si ejai.
Untia
Santos.
Attorney General.
O man ya yeti mu ebu ni mu se adonko betes.
Hey.
O man we. Brady. Eye say, eye ding dong. So anything this government says is a scam.
It's a scam.
And no more people sitting in a homo bomb or money munyam ho
buy.
All right, so take the Daily Dispatch.
All right, so on the front page of the Daily Dispatch, it says ECOWAS coup rules Ghanaans Agyapong is legal and government can implement it. Yo, yati sa ECOWAS wo. Me say sa ECOWAS wo na. Ateni, mimi nyanka no African country will be part of this ECOWAS because me the anyama omu yen minti ase crowd.
Dashi begu.
Uzi.
Dashi begu.
Anka be yemi the road sa ECOWAS.
This is for a frame.
For a frame.
Guinea, Mali, Niger, Chad, Cranso,
Ekang.
And na Burkina Faso. Almost suspend you, almost severe. In Fita, na more than a Modebre. Nothing. Kwame Nkrumah AU Kurane or
Debbie.
African Union. So Asumami.
Farouk JD passes on. And then Tim Baumian launches supporters to contribute. Then
Star
202 hash.
Me mosokra.
And then also evidence of late Captain Kojo Chikata to the National Reconciliation Commission. And then Baumian's tribulation of over 100 achievement of MPP government too. We could see. Yeah, do
all
what?
Right. The new crusading guide. Murder of Ahmed Swali, you're criminal. Reckless conduct led to the murder of Ahmed Swali, family to Kennedy Agyapong. Omako Brikromo. I thought say question no. Sebi. Roland Walker here, top notch.
Yes.
Journalist.
Very.
In fact, audible born. Time on so bibisan question now. Yes. He did a fantastic job. Honorable, me pewasem papa. Sa question no bisa. You had every right to have said, I refuse to answer this question. Can we proceed? For the sake of the family of the bereaved. The guy's family are still alive. They are in Ghana. They are hurt.
Exactly.
So you could have objected or rejected that question. Or decided not to answer. And nobody could fault you on that.
Exactly. You are right.
Because you were speaking against the emotions of the family. That the guy's recklessness and evil agenda that cost his life. You were asked, don't you think displaying the photograph of the gentleman on national television, your own station, caused his demise or death? Or that gruesome murder? He said no. It was that guy's evil agenda. He allowed a nurse to use him as a scapegoat. So a nurse always covers his face.
Yes.
Hides his identity.
Yeah.
But this particular guy, Ahmed Swali, was always coming in his normal form.
Yes.
So you see, you could have turned down this question.
So he could have
to
ended
avoid,
no.
Let the sleeping dogs lie
Lies.
idle. Let them lie idle. But you've resuscitated the old wounds, and it's dangerous. And the family are now backing back at you. They are clapping back at the honorable. I think on that one you got it wrong. ECOWAS court dismisses suit against Agyapong. Queen's Girls SHS to celebrate 10th anniversary. Team Baumia launches *202# to support campaign. Be strict on special voting guideline. Jampu edges MPP. All right, so take the Chronicle.
All right, so on the front page of the Chronicle, Agyapong, ECOWAS has vindicated AKUFO-ADDO government, says MPP, and then civil society group oppose employment of troops to Niger. NDC's Araba Tegos is no more. And then Timbaumia. Okay.
One of the most vociferous woman or kasa. What MPP for papa or can it say the pepe? May her soul rest in perfect peace. To us.
And also, Timbaumia launches *202# to solicit funds. So these are on the front page of the Chronicle.
All right. On the front page of the authoritative Daily Graphic, government vindicated in Agyapong or MPP. Ready or much today? Virimuna, Bia wo interest a womb, Agyapong no, Bia wo interest a womb. Omufia bam krom be didi enti no mani age no omafia ban mu no ombekoso ayeden adidi enuti no obi age no me say Ghana has own a politician case bi ye omawini ana case no ye ruling in one's favor na o jubilate a enye for the benefit of the citizenry, enye the benefit of Ghanaians. It's for their own parochial interests. They are greedy bastards. Greediness. Wamo fu.
Oh.
Any omo 9 omo 10 omo 6 omo didi bom.
Ghana corruption. It is a day.
Whose interest? Me say Ghana corruption. It is a bonsam any bonnet.
Oh.
Ghana corruption. It is a 5 and 6. Uyi fi menye yi.
Enye yi.
Sana Ghana akoye. Mesu unso mani age anyehwe. One mafia ban mu pono, they will still enjoy from the booty. That is the agenda.
Oh.
And we menka entia MPP kwa NDC so sa. Do kadaya. All of them. The only time you see these two parties laughing together, clapping together, eating together, doing everything together is when they need approval of their monies. When it's about Ghanaians,
that's right.
They are always having disparaging views about issues. Wejina disparaging. We waha, asa. A one in any or join party or non in the party. But the above bua or non idea. No more did no my media, sa party me no bones and no my name for. Now say one who say a fenyo markets. Oni ato force eko didi ye nkofo ko twa beto.
Yeah.
Tama force ato.
Sana otie.
Body wo chele to se o da bi. Me ye wo ko didi order me so bi ko pie ho.
Ti mu go hia e.
Anadwuma na sem wo ti wen.
Hey.
Ediasi. The end of our newspaper review.
Ateni asana ebe ko no. On say enya bi wo say jaya enye uye den ya I say ye. Entinu aha de se wanti a ubeti bebre. Enti aha na ese anopa bia udie bonhumodin a se ubeti ha because aha ena information de unti bida nana IT dream de ubeti
Tell you obeti.
Ubeti bebre.
Your person obeti so beti.
Ubeti.
Your person wotin so beti.
Yes.
I happy.
I happy.
What a morning show. David Santos Medase. So this is where we draw the curtains on the newspaper review segment. I'm going for a quick break. When I'm back, we'll do the editorials. And the officials of ECG will also be here. Stick and stay right here.
Obayansa fusu wo munibia won kana asam ze ma futu sam kakre wa supreme yo kofi o man ya woman o man ya mama geni baby ako wacha za ya wareni bonsom wanini pa azade pa wo fioye
Mutwa Manila and Vanderpool. Market ye cry. Nilante Banaman. Ah, Nilante Banaman at the end. Nilante Banaman.
When I look at the economic management team,
Programs are ye dear Guhono, a bedu baby no, ye be crank or for Fiamano, no mother ye Juma Organa. Nase Juma Assam Nayaka, new patriotic party. Programs are ye dear Guhono, a bedu baby no, ye be crank or for Fiamano, no mother ye Juma Organa. Nase Juma Assam Nayak.
O te de John Wedu kan ebedu baby adwuma bebusua ma ye be friend crofo afia brochiri kwa mama be ye adwuma Ghana me pamcho emabu amwo Ghana manya adwuma ni bia ma abusua na monko kanche John Wedu na onko fa nipa na omomra meye Ghana ne ye wono
Saye diegu hono ebedu baby no ye be crank crofo afia manone no ma be ye adwuma Ghana. Na say Juma Assam Nayaka, new patriotic party. Programs are ye diegu hono, ebedu baby no, ye be crank or fofia manone no mabe ye.
Ebedu baby no, come now say no, ya bedru the edri. Nanye edri no, looking at the face of the economy of Ghana, Ghanaians are rather running into hatus. They are going to America, UK, and the likes for job opportunities. It in commission I was saying, you know, acquire the opposite way. John Bodu, oh, yo, what by no, and nurse for AG could live without salary. Meboa, if you go Canada, if you go US, if you go UK, almost say Ghana yet ding, na Ghana Juma for almost soon in fast war into Omoko. It in commission I was saying, Nemum near yen susu se bebam no eno na abam se Ghana for ni mum dwane ekwa buruchire wonkom sha na wo hye no wani so adi huni senka enkrofo mum be fie buruchire be yedwuma Ghana ha na so se die Ghana for ni mum ene dwane ekwa buruchire asem sebe corruption et se bonsam ene bone sim Ghana ne corruption et se bonsam ene bone.
What do you have to say? What's your general opinion on the 10% tax on bet winnings?
You see, yeah, it's in order, and it should have been more. Yes. Yeah. Let me give you an example. If you go to America and you win the US lottery, $1 billion, you take home about 600 million. Yes. Check.
That's about 400 million.
Exactly. Why? Because it's free money and it's taxable. So 10%, they've been charitable to you. And I'm surprised as a youth.
10%, the government has been charitable to the youth of Ghana for withholding 10% on betting, gaming, and the likes. This is coming from your yet-to-be president. Somebody a lot of people are talking about. We want Honorable Kennedy Agyapong to be the flag bearer of the MPP and subsequently becoming the president of the republic. He's coming to charge you more because his belief is that in the US, when you bet and you win, let's say $1 million, $400 million goes straight to the government account or the government residue, and then $600 million is given to you, the individual, and you can even go and bend the sea and nothing will happen.
And it should have been more.
All right, so let's do the editorials for today. A Nigerian hairdresser fined 10,000 Ghana cedis, jailed 15 years by Sogakope Circuit Court for human trafficking. A Nigerian hairdresser has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for trafficking 7 victims from Nigeria to Ghana and forcing them into prostitution. Promise Obianu Awayanka, 32, compelled her victims to undergo a ritual involving shaving their pubic hair to intimidate them and prevent their escape. Appearing before a Sogakope Circuit Court, Promise, the accused, pleaded guilty to 7 counts of human trafficking and was convicted on her own plea. The court, presided over by Mr. Isaac Addo, ordered her to pay compensation of 10,000 Ghana cedis to each of the victims and mandated the Ghana Immigration Service to provide counseling and return the victims to Nigeria. Looking at the seriousness of the offense committed, the number of victims, it ought to hand down a deterrent sentence to traffickers and will be traffickers, the court said. The court held that the accused person ought to be kept away from society for a considerable period of time. This gruesome act is clearly a modern form of slavery, which must not be countenanced. The prosecuting officer, Assistant Superintendent of Immigration Youth, Yusuf The prosecuting officer, Assistant Superintendent of Immigration, Yusuf Misbahu, who held the brief of Superintendent of Immigration Bernard John Otu, said the accused resided at Mafikwamsi, a suburb of Sogakope in the Volta region. The prosecution said Promise had initially lured the 7 victims from Nigeria to Ghana with promises of employment as sales girls in a supermarket in Kaswa in the central region, but instead forced them into prostitution. It said the girls victims arrived in 2 groups. The first group was made up of 4 women aged between 22 to 25. Assistant Superintendent of Immigration Yusuf Misbahu said Promise, the accused, initially transported the victims to Kaswa and forced them into prostitution, from which she took the proceeds. He said after a while, security personnel in Kaswa were alerted of the plight of the victim. However, the accused, upon becoming aware, relocated them to a guest house at Mafikumasi, a suburb of Sogakope. It said Promise also recruited and transported 3 more victims from Nigeria aged 17, 20 and 23, forced them into prostitution while at Mafikumasi. The prosecution added that the Ghana Immigration Service was informed, which led to the arrest of Promise and the victim. ECOWAS Chiefs of Defense Staff to meet in Accra over Niger coup. Chiefs of Defense Staff from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS countries, will meet in Accra on Thursday, today, August 17, 2023, to strategize on a possible military intervention in Niger. ECOWAS leaders last week resolved to activate a standby force for an intervention following a takeover by the junta. The military chiefs are expected to prepare a plan of attack in Niger if ECOWAS leaders give the green light. Chief of Defense Staff for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Mustafa Musa, said they will do what is right. We must confront them head on, dwell upon our shared experiences, wisdom, and the strength of our collective resolve. Our decisions will send a strong message about our commitment to democracy, our intolerance for unconstitutional changes of government, and our dedication to regional stability, he added. Meanwhile, ECOWAS last week ordered its standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger Republic. The president of ECOWAS, Omar Ali Toure, made the declaration while reading the resolution of ECOWAS on the Niger coup at the ECOWAS extraordinary meeting in Abuja on Thursday, August 10, 2023. He also called on the African Union, AU, partner countries and institutions to support the resolution taken by the sub-regional body. He said all efforts made to dialogue with the Niger Republic military junta have been definitely rejected by the coup leaders as they condemn the continued detention of President Mohamed Bazoum and his family members. Energy Ministry staff arrested for allegedly stealing over 287,000 from ADB. A secretary at the Energy Ministry has been brought before the Accra Circuit Court on charges of allegedly embezzling an amount of 287,775 Ghana cedis from the Agricultural Development Bank through the bank's ATM on multiple occasions. 44-year-old Regina Banga is facing a total of 116 counts of theft. Regina pleaded not guilty when presented before the judge. Kizita Nakowa Kwashi, Mrs. Kwashi has granted bail to the accused, setting the sum at 250,000. The current three sureties, one of the sureties is expected to provide justification through a landed property valued at 125,000. The court mandated that the accused report to the police every Wednesday. Prosecutors explained that the complainant, Irene Akuya MP, holds the position of unit head officer of business operations at the ADB head office in Accra, while Regina Banga holds an account at the bank's Reach branch. Court document indicate that between November 2022 and June 2023, the accused allegedly manipulated ADB ATM across various locations in Accra to carry out unauthorized withdrawals, resulting in a total of 287,775,000 Ghana cedis being taken. Prosecutor added that the suspicious transactions were only detected on June 15th when Solomon Inkum, an employee at the bank's Laboni branch, noticed irregular withdrawal reported to the complainant, who subsequently alerted the ADB's risk team. As a result of these findings, the bank took action by blocking the accused ATM card to prevent further unauthorized withdrawal. Regina then proceeded to the banking hall to report the incident to the management, only to be apprehended by the risk team and subsequently handed over to the ministry's police. The accused reportedly confessed to the offense. Additionally, she admitted to using part of the stolen funds to purchase a Toyota Vitz with registration number G354521 and to fund the ongoing construction of a 3-story building, which has currently reached the 5th floor. Ahmed Swali may not get justice if Ken Agyapong becomes president. The family of slain journalist Ahmed Swali has expressed fear that justice will not be served in the murder of the journalist if the member of parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy Agyapong, is elected president. The family in a statement expressed dissatisfaction with comment made by Kennedy Agyapong, who is seeking to represent the New Patriotic Party (NPP) in the 2024 general election. The outspoken MP in an interview on CDTV indicated that he had no regret about issues leading to the murder of the former Tiger IPI journalist in January 2019. But the Swali family in a statement accused Mr. Agyapong of a journalist murder and said no amount of attempts or comment can absolve him of the gruesome murder. The family said Ahmed would have been alive if Mr. Ken Agyapong had not released his photos on Net2 TV and called for tax to beat him up. But for Kennedy Agyapong's reckless and criminal conduct, nobody would have known the face of Ahmed, who was an undercover reporter of Tiger Eye working on BBC project. Therefore, the post facto attempt to shift the blame on the professional conduct of Ahmed cannot hold. Over the period, Kennedy Agyapong has tried strenuously to change the effect of his call for retribution against Ahmed by saying his comments were location bound, that's presence at the 2 premises. We quote his comment verbatim here to prove how deceitful Kennedy Agyapong is. Yes, that is him. Ahmed, he lives at Medina. Wherever you see him, beat him up. I'll pay for the cost. Clearly, Kennedy Agyapong was rallying support for the lynching of Ahmed without any restriction. The family further emphasized the lack of remorse and defense tactics exhibited by the MP indicate that there will not be justice if Mr. Kennedy Agyapong is elected president in the 2024 general elections. By his lack of remorse and the frantic defense of his conduct, the family is doubtful that Ahmed would ever get justice under a misfortune where Kennedy Agyapong becomes the president of Ghana. We are also disappointed that to date the police have not made any progress on the matter. At minimum, we expect the police to look into the crime of aiding and abetting and threat of harm where there is plenty of evidence, all of which was reported to them on a couple of occasions by Ahmed Swali. NDC to protest Occupy government buildings over 10% betting tax. The National Democratic Congress, the NDC Youth Wing, has announced a series of actions to force the government to withdraw the 10% betting tax. The decision comes in response to what they perceive as a burdensome taxation policy that unfairly impacts the country's youth and the broader betting industry. The introduction of the 10% betting tax, part of the government effort to raise revenue, has been met with criticism and concern. The NDC youth argued that this tax disproportionately affects young Ghanaians who engage in betting as a form of entertainment and in some cases livelihood. A press statement by the national youth organizer of the NDC, George Opariado, expressed the party's dissatisfaction with the tax, stating a determination to protect the funds young people secure through betting is unyielding. Through agitations, protests, advocacy, and civic engagement, will ensure our voices are heard and demand that this corrupt AKUFO-ADDO government recite its decision. The statement added, we intend to do the following: picket at the Ministry of Finance and occupied government offices across the country, start and scale up nationwide conventional and unconventional lawful agitations as a measure of the resistance, instigate young people to confront officials of this government, demand an end to the corruption and insensitivity of the AKUFO-ADDO Bawumia failed brigade and occupy parliament and other agencies. Some contractors denied payment for supporting certain presidential aspirant. Dr. Afiye Akoto alleges an aspirant in the New Patriotic Party presidential race, Dr. Ushu Afiye Akoto, is alleging a grand scheme by some government officials that is denying payment to some contractors perceived to be supporting others rather than the establishment preferred aspirant. He claimed that there is some sort of force being used, intimidation. Those contractors who do not seem to be for this candidate are not paid when they complete their job. They are not paid and are being punished for supporting someone else. Without providing any hard evidence to back the claim, he condemns such an act. According to him, the leadership of the party is aware of the development, adding that he hopes it is being addressed. The MPP will hold its Super Delegate Congress on August 26th to trim the number of aspirants from the current 10 to 5 for the main Congress in November. There was zero corruption in the Agyapong deal. Gabi Ochredako, a leading member of the New Patriotic Party, Gabi Ochredako, says there was no corruption and corruption-related activities in the government Agyapong deal. He said it is intriguing to observe the silence from Transparency International, Ghana Integrity Initiative, and the CSOs who pursued the Agyapong case in the West Africa Regional Court in Abuja, Nigeria. In a post on Tuesday, August 15, Mr. Ochredako explained that the Agyapong initiative, while controversial, aimed to lawfully expand the utilization of Ghana's gold revenues and was devoid of corruption. He asserted that the CSO claimed that a group of connected individuals was plundering Ghana's gold reserves is disheartening and baseless. Agyapong, very legitimate even if controversial, moved by the government to expand the use of its gold revenue and no corruption about it. Zero, he stated. The MPP leading members' comment follow the ECOWAS Committee Court of Justice (CCJ) decision to throw out a suit against the government challenging the propriety of a gold royalties monetization transaction arrangement, popularly referred to as the Agyapong deal. 3 anti-corruption groups, Transparency International, Ghana Integrity Initiative (GII), and the Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition (GACC), drags the government to the CCJ in December 2020, seeking an order to halt the Agyapong deal. It was the case of the applicant that the Agyapong deal was dominated by politically exposed person and also violated the right of Ghanaians to have permanent sovereignty over the country's natural resources as provided under the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. However, the court sitting in Abuja, Nigeria, last Thursday held the defense of the government and dismissed the case of the 3 civil society organizations. Reports on Graphic Online's Emmanuel Ebu-Hoxen. The end of our editorials for today. The show is Mpɔtam Morning Show, 39 minutes on top of the hour, 8 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We streaming live on www.modernghana.com, online radiobox.com. I want you to hit the share button, share the broadcast on your page, on your timeline, send the link to your friends. Follow us on all our social media handles. The best is yet to come. Stick and stay right here. Mpɔtam Morning Show.
Asampayetia Obanyansa fusu wo munibia wanka na asam Zema futu sam kakre wa asupeme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Omani ya memana Genyi be Ko Wacha za ya warenyi Wonsom Wanini pa Azadi pa Wofyo
Nilante Banaman. I'm asking the gods of English to pardon me. Manu from basa basa basa. I said that.
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akutose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team? I'm sure they themselves cannot remember who their economic management team was. Kukrudu, fellow Kukrudites, we were elected to fix the problems, and I'm glad to report that we are fixing the problems and we are putting in place the policies that will drive the economic transformation of this country. It is very clear that the economy is beginning to respond to the policies of Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO.
Necessary because of some reports that I have. Reports that officers, and there are 9 or so agencies represented in any passport application center, that these people represented from the various agencies, and I will not say that my own officers are not part of it, but these people are involved in illegal activities. And when I say illegal activities, we all know. Just 2 days ago, the report in the Daily Guide that the issue of Goro people involved in our passport acquisition process has become rife. It is wrong. How can 100 Ghana for standard service to acquire a passport and 150 for expedited service be bumped up to 2,000 and 3,000? And yeah, they don't even charge 2,000 now. They are charging 3,000. And it's wrong. But I can say, and we all would agree, that a Goro person is outside the passport office. They need somebody inside to work with. They cannot do it on their own. People are paying 3,000, 2,000 to acquire passports. Why should this be so? And sometimes they don't even carry out the so-called service that they promised them for charging them so much. The stories are horrific stories. People's experiences are not the best.
So, 18 months over
electricity tariff, yeah, Bob, the tissue, we're coming to reduce electricity tariffs.
I'm not saying to me, secret, you know.
And yet to me, I'm never quite for say, they about the bubble chrono, my classic about the same go to quote. Yeah, nothing I'm not to me. Yeah, but. This is a this is a Betunia Magana, a Tupo, a Messica, and a Hoto, and near Juma, a Jumia Boma, Natana Friday, a Jumia Ghana, yaya mobodo. Yaya mobodo. Yeti sikaso enso akonde. Yeti sikaso enso akonde. Onyakupo ma me kwana me ba. Ye bani aba the sesa sande me nyina. Ama sikano na ele banso otuye.
In the first 2 years of an MPP and administration, under this Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication program, where every constituency will get $1 million every year for rural and deprived communities. Under this program, there should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem.
Jimmy MPP for Jimmy, me who be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
I shall protect the public purse. 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 I shall protect the public purse.
Programs are ye dear Guhono, a bedu baby no, ye back crank or for Fiamano, no mother yet to my Ghana. Na say Juma Assam Nayaka, new patriotic party. Programs are ye dear Guhono, a bedu baby no, ye back crank or for Fiaman.
All right, a bedroom baby, ye back crank or for a fee. Amanoneama, Oma Beyejumo Ghana, but we are seeing the opposite anyway. I have in the studio the officials of ECG, Tema region. And today we are lucky to have the international PRO here. She's from the headquarters of ECG, Madam Esther Anjola. Madam, good morning. You are looking wonderful. I hope all is well. We thank God. Thank God. And so let's introduce I like this woman. And today she'll be taking all the questions, and then Madam Barbara to back her up. Madam Ruhia Fuseni, she's the marketing officer, ECG Tema region. Welcome, Madam.
Thank you.
And how are you doing?
By His grace.
I like your outfit. With your vest,
you.
right? Madam Barbara Muse, she's also the customer service executive, Tema region. Madam, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
I like your outfit and your vest too.
Thank
why
you.
are you in the vest?
We are on the field.
On the field?
Yes.
So for proper identification or what?
Yes, we have our IDs on us.
Okay.
But I didn't put my own.
Okay.
Angela has his own.
That's beautiful. ECG. So what's ECG up to? You were here a month ago, and we had a lengthy discussion talking about revenue mobilization, and the strategy is Operation Zero. It means that if you owe us $1, we'll take it.
Yes.
How far with it?
Well, we are still on it. We've gone 1 month already, and we've started the second phase of it. That's the second month. It's supposed to be 2 months, July 11th to September 11th.
Okay.
So we are still on it. Things are working fine. Customers are responding well. So
have you faced any opposition?
Well, you know, we are human beings. So a few would react a little, but they are cooperating.
So how is this exercise going to affect the ECG? Madam Barbara?
So our expectation is that as much as possible, every pending bill, that is, if it's not less than 2 weeks old, must be cleared.
Okay.
This will help us to acquire more meters, to get whatever we require to be able to serve our customers better. You realize that we have been, doing this mobilization since somewhere earlier this year. This is because we knew that there was so much we had to do to be able to reach our customer base and then take whatever was sitting there that
so it's
wasn't
not an
being
agenda
taken.
to intimidate your customers and
This
to
is
cut
all
them
for
off the
quality service.
national grid.
No, we want to give them quality service, but we need money to
So
do
they
that.
shouldn't be running helter skelter.
No,
They should feel at home.
Yes.
Even if they owe.
If you owe, please endeavor to, make payments. As long as the bill is not less than 2 weeks old, we would encourage you to make payments, clear your bills, so that when you see us there, it will be a routine visit, or just for us to just come and look at our meters and make sure they are working well.
Access to certain facilities. On a lighter note, I saw something on social media, and it was coming from one of our renowned institutions that don't allow them or give them access. You heard that?
Yes.
What was the brain behind that? How was your response?
Usually, when ECG visits premises, the visit is to our meters. So it's just for us.
That's your property.
Yes.
So you have every right to enter there.
And we make sure we give our customers enough notice that we'll be visiting our meters for supervision.
I like how you put it, our meters.
Yes.
We are visiting our meters.
So to supervise, make sure they are working well. Actually, there are some meters that are not working well. And some too may even pose a threat to our customers. So when we are coming, we go ahead of ourselves to inform our customers that we'll be visiting around this time. So the expectation is that when we come in, you will give us the opportunity to come. In areas where there's hostility, you would see us working with the law enforcement agencies to assist us get access to the meters that we are coming to visit. So our problem is not with the buildings, but with the meters.
That's right, I like that. It's not with the buildings. Have some of your meters been tampered with? I mean, going around?
Quite a lot.
A lot?
Yes, quite a lot. Amazingly, sometimes we also get so surprised that quite a number of meters have been tampered with. And Ash was saying, this exercise is not just to take all our money, but to visit our meters too, prepaid and postpaid.
So it's like a husband wanting to see
yes,
a
because
wife.
the meters are there to serve you and serve us. It's like a watchman in your house to determine what power you have consumed during the month.
That's right.
So
that's the determiner.
Yes. So we are not just visiting our postpaid customers, those who we give bills to come and pay. We are visiting the prepaid meters too. So we are doing. You can realize that we are doing house to house. We just move into a community. We divide ourselves to the plots, and then we just zoom in, and then we visit every meter. So we find the faulty meters, we find the meters that are not the non-purchasing meters. So when we come, we might ask you for your receipt, your last payment if it's a prepaid.
The non-purchasing, I remember you spoke about some of the MPs coming in to take on. Which one are you referring to?
No, the non-purchasing are prepaid meters that the customers are not buying power, but it doesn't trip off. So because it's not tripping off, they are not buying. Or because they have done illegal, they are not buying much. So sometimes we can even do that determination from the office. We can print out non-purchasing customers and visit them.
So when they think they are smart,
yes, we are smarter. Yes. The meters are, now we are using smart meters. So those meters, you can determine if a customer has tampered with it. Everything that passes through it will be recorded. Yes.
So when someone is, pretending, I'm going to report there is fault, my meter is faulty, so I'm going to report, but maybe
the meter could be faulty. The meter could be genuinely faulty, but if you have done an illegal, you will be able to determine it. So we have a loss control unit that we refer those cases to. So they go to investigate, and then they bill you.
I'm looking at your security going into some no-go areas. How do you handle some of these?
As she said, for places that we think that the security is not too, or we are not too safe going there alone, we use the law enforcement agencies, and they go with us. So we have staff, and we have some of them going with us, so that at least we are safe. They protect us and the customers too.
Amazing.
Yes.
So let me go to Madam Esther. What are the key motivations behind the launching of Operation Zero, and how does it align with ECG's, goals or long-term goals?
Okay, thank you very much. With this Operation Zero, as my madam said, we are trying to get to our customers, bringing the customers closer to us by reintroducing our new ECG Power app, giving convenience to the customers and giving them access to knowing their bills instantly. First, you have to go to ECG to know your bills. But we can stand in front of you and tell you your bill.
That's right.
And you can also do it at the convenience of
today. Even sorry to cut this. Today I bought power for the company, and I just had my receipt,
so
even in PDF form.
So those are some of the things the Operation Zero, we are the agenda on it.
I think we must commend you on this one.
Thank you very much.
Not just the power fluctuations when Ghanaians are bashing you left, right, center. When you do it well, I mean, we have to commend you. And that's a great job.
Management is doing a good job.
Yeah, very, very. So, what is the most, strange bill you have ever, seen on one's meter? Any company, industry, or individual house? Maybe 10 billion a bill. Everybody is, now we are talking about dollars in Ghana. Dollars can be found.
Well, as for a billion, I'm not too sure any customer would have a billion, but we have about 7 million, 5 million per month.
Ghana cedis.
Yes.
A month.
A month.
Wow. Company.
Yes.
Amazing. And they are not paying.
Oh, they are paying. More amazingly, those people pay. Wow. Our industrial customers, we don't have issues with them.
Just but Parliament is not paying.
Well, that one I don't know.
You don't know.
We are speaking for Tema region, so we're not too conversant with what is happening.
No problem.
Our industrial customers, they do very well. So we don't have much. As at now, we don't have much. They just have most of them have just their current bills they are arranging to pay. So now we are mostly on the residential and non-residential. Yes.
So what are some of the strategies you guys have designed and implemented in this Operation Zero? Madam Barbara.
Yes. Okay, so the plan right from the start was for us to do the last 5 days of every month, mobilize revenue. But this specific one is a 2-month period. So on daily basis, we have a skeletal staff in the office assisting customers with their issues. But we have various teams visiting the various districts. We plan out our activities for the day. We map out areas that we'll be visiting, identify issues with meters, identify meters that are not being billed, so those who are not receiving their bills. So when we are coming, we also come with our bills. And when we come in, sometimes we would verify the payments against what we have in the systems.
Madam Barbara, let me cut in here. To a lay person, a Ghanaian will say, a customer will say that I have not been billed, so why do you fault me?
Okay.
For maybe a year, I've never been billed, and I'm enjoying power.
You remember that the last time we came, we mentioned the meter. You spoke about MP's meters. That's right. We call them SHEP meters. Now, these are projects that are rolled out in rural areas, and then normally the ministry will liaise with ECG to ensure that the project is rolled out properly. We collect customer data, we identify and map out the areas, and then we are able to identify where every meter is located. But sometimes, unfortunately, we would not be informed about such a project, so we will just have to chance on it by information from someone, or when we are doing our own supervision, we realize that a particular area has been hooked onto the grid. So when that happens, then we would have to go in and take customer information and do the proper mappings, identify which meter is linked to which customer premises, then we are able to bill. Sometimes this may take quite a number of months for us to know and identify. So at the moment, management is doing a very good job. They are working with the ministries. So anytime there's such a project, they will contact ECG for us to do the need for us in taking customer information and doing a proper mapping, and then taking the geocodes to be able to identify the meters. If we don't do that, then we cannot build such customers.
That's right.
So when we come to you as a customer, what we say is that even if you have done the wrong thing, you've gotten, sometimes they get the meters from places we don't know of. The sources are not so clear. So for such meters, when we come, and it's not a project like we mentioned, we'll take up
we are
away
told
the
there
meter.
are some influx of some meters from other countries and all that.
Yes, sometimes you see a meter from another region. Sometimes you see a meter from another company. So when we come for those meters, we'll take them away, take away the supply.
So, Madam Barbara, can you take advantage and school us? Supposedly, I'm within Tema North. I'm not supposed to carry Tema North meter to maybe Tema East, right?
No, no, it doesn't work like that. Okay. So the ideal thing, yes. Normally, when they are programming the meters, they program them to a particular area. Okay. So, for example, when you go to Pram Pram, the meters you find there, you can't find them here in Tema North. So the ideal thing is for a customer to source for the meter from the area, the district office. And in an event where you are relocating, if it is not a non-residential meter, you cannot transfer it. And for a non-residential meter, you would have to come and then inform ECG. Once we do the transfer ourselves, then we will be able to take the correct geo codes so that we can identify where the meter is.
So let me play the devil's advocate. I'm leaving Tema North to Tema East, and I didn't give any notice. Can I use it in that jurisdiction or area?
So, yes, sometimes you can use it because it's still hooked onto our grid.
Okay.
But when you have an issue and you report, it becomes very difficult for us to locate the meter. Okay. And then sometimes you will not be able to purchase within the area that you are in. Okay. But the thing is that when you move a meter without our notice and we come, you have done an illegality.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's against the law.
It's against the law because you are not supposed to. You are not a transformer. You don't distribute power to yourself. Okay. So anytime you need to take anything from ECG, ECG has to do the work.
There are a lot of people have abused this.
Yes.
And they are within this region.
Yes.
So some of us will be.
We regularize. We regularize. When you have an issue like that, and you come to us and report, it's easier for us to manage it without having to prosecute you. Okay. But if we come for supervision and we find out, then that's when you'll be liable.
So when you wait for us to come, you're in trouble, but you can approach
So there's
us.
something we call regularization. But when you're coming, you find a way of resolving the issue for you.
So I'm living here, and I had a meter, so I told my landlord that I'm leaving. So I decided to carry my meter to a different location. What about that?
The meter doesn't belong to you.
Okay.
It's an ECG property. And as you were saying,
but I'm sure you've heard some of these stories.
I know. People move it a lot. There are geo codes attached to each meter. Okay. And that is what we use to trace the meter to the location. So if you move your meter, the meter that you are using, you just paid for the services to bring it to your location. Okay. You haven't paid for the meter. You haven't paid the actual price for the meter. So when you are moving, it is supposed to be there. But if it's a movable property, like a non-residential meter, as you were saying, if it's a container, a shop, a kiosk or something that you can easily move, you just inform us and then you move it, then we map it. You see, so the meter is not yours. Even though you are in the house, it's the property. Yes. And it's the landlord actually who is even supposed to have his name on each meter in the house, because the meters are not movable. We trace our meters to the landlord. So if there's any debt on it, it's the landlord that we are supposed to contact, not the tenant.
I'm sure technology has played a role in this Operation Zero.
Yes.
And how has it helped your efficiency, and how to help ECG distribute power to its system as well?
Yes, as Barbara was saying, it has given us a chance to locate almost all our meters. Now, when you see the reports that are coming in, you see the 40 meters, you see the meters that are not purchasing, as we said earlier on. You see meters that have not even been read before. Okay. You see meters that have not had their bill before. Okay. So we have located all our meters and all the problems that are attached to it, and those that are positive and negative. So it is going to give us an opportunity to make our services more
that's right.
Yeah, to serve our customers better. Yes, because if we don't know your problem, we might not be able to serve you better. And customers mostly are not, sometimes they don't want to even come into our various offices to make inquiries. We did a moratorium 2 times during this year for customers to come out with problems that they are facing in their homes with their regards to their meters. Say that even if you have done an illegal connection and you come out to tell us, we just come and regularize it as she was saying, and then that is it. We don't prosecute you. So people took that opportunity to regularize most of their meters, and for the meters that were not even read, we were able to read it and then bill.
But indirectly, it was working.
Yes.
Your strategy
yes.
was working.
Yes, it's working. So when we come to your house and maybe you've had bills before, and for a couple of months you have not had a bill, we just stand there, as Esther was saying, look on our meter, on our platform. Now we have a staff portal that every staff is hooked on. So you go onto your phone, you check the person's, put the person's meter number or account number there, check the phone number, the name, if it's correct, then you give the person the bill.
Wow.
It is on the phone, and the customers can even access it on our app. So now we've brought everything very close to our customers. We are trying as much as possible to satisfy our customers and make them happy. So let's try and then capitalize on this and then rectify everything that we have in our homes. When you see somebody doing an illegal connection, try to prompt the person that it is not good. It is stealing.
Let me go to Madam Esther. There's this rampant, stealing of your pylons. The other time we spoke about it, I want to take a view concerning that. Quite recently, I saw in the news some gentlemen, somebody actually took coverage of some gentlemen who were trying to cut your wires and then the pylons. What is ECG doing about this?
Thank you. It's been a major issue for us, but there are security measures put in place for all those people being caught. So these days you can't just jump on because there's power flowing, so you can't just jump on. So we are telling those people, be careful, because you might not get lucky one day. You go on it, then that's it. But we also advise people around to be watchers for us. So please, we're advising customers and consumers alike, when you see anything wrong, please try and call our customer service line 0302-611-61. No matter your location, it will be taken up.
Can you take that number slowly for us?
Okay, the number you can contact is 0302-611-611. So if you have pictures too with the app, you can quickly take a picture and forward it. Immediately the team picks it up. The necessary help is deployed.
Or police or neighborhood watch. Yes, because you see,
so
the transformers are very expensive.
Yeah.
For you to bring down a transformer, just to get some small copper, you need to go and make copper earrings and chains to sell. It's not the best. So when a transformer comes down, it can take up to about a week or 2 before we replace it. That is if we have some in stock. Then everybody suffers it. So we tell the neighborhood that when you see somebody loitering around a transformer, try to question the person. If the person is not genuine, you will know. Or get some people to arrest the person if you see it.
Civilian
arrest to the police station. Yes, because you see, everybody will suffer. For all you know, that person doesn't even live in that community.
That's right.
For him to come or her to come and do that, and then you will all suffer it. So everybody should be each other's keeper. ECG is for the government. It's for everybody. It's not for just the staff.
Okay.
Yes.
Madam Barbara, are we going to shoot and kill somebody so that people will be scared to stop this act of cutting down ECG lines and all? It's actually getting out of hand.
They die a lot.
It's nauseating.
They die a lot.
It's so appalling. When I see it, my heart breaks. I don't know.
What marvels us is that the power that is flowing through those lines are not something that we need to tolerate. Because even the one that flows in your homes can cause a fatality. And so most of the time you see people, having to lose their lives because of such things. And if you weigh the costs against whatever they are, you realize that it's not worth it. But as we said, you will always have these people around us. So customers should help us. You can't have security for each and every pole, pylon, transformer. It's practically not possible. So what we encourage is that when you see somebody who is not wearing an ECG tag with a name on it.
I like the tag, not the
not the reflector. The reflector is just for us to identify ourselves in the midst of the people. But if they don't have the ID cards with their names and place of jurisdictions on them, then you need to raise an alarm. Even if the person is a staff and you raise an alarm, yes, we can clear the person. So if you see somebody in a vehicle that is not approved, you don't see an ECG vehicle, or you don't see the tags, please willingly walk up to the person and find out what they are doing there. Because sometimes they even tamper with the fuses in the transformers. Some of them even dare to take away the transformers away. And if we take a whole transformer away, it will take the area over 5 days to get a replacement, because these are heavy-duty equipment that require quite an investment to be made on them. So we encourage our customers, please be our watchdogs. Please, if you are not comfortable with people hovering in the area, sometimes you'll be there'll be a blackout. Don't always assume that ECG has taken the power. Sometimes just look out for what is happening.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Because almost every power outage, ECG for
no, we don't take away power like that. Most of the time,
sometimes maybe somebody trying to cause mayhem.
Precisely so. Sometimes, for ECG, if we have planned outages, we inform the public about them. And we have.
What about the intermittent?
The intermittent ones may be accidents. Somebody may be doing something in his premises. It can affect the whole area. Somebody has done an illegality.
See, that's why we need to educate the people.
Somebody has done an illegality. Once the transformer is overloaded, you have issues with your voltage. It will not be stable. So whenever you see something, don't assume that ECG we don't take away power. We only put the lights off if we have planned maintenance. Apart from that, there may be accidents. If a vehicle runs into a pole, the cables are all down, the pole is down, it's a threat to the area. So we take it off and then restore. If somebody has an issue in their homes, sometimes there's rain, something happens, there may be electrocution, we can receive it. NADPO can call us to take off the power so that they can restore, help the people in the area. So the lights go off for various reasons. And I think that it's about time we understand that the staff live in the community as well.
Right.
So we don't take pleasure in taking out the lights.
I like that point.
Yes. The lights go off. We all suffer together. There was a time I was at in a shop, it's a pharmacy shop, purchasing something from there. Then the lights went off. The person said, so I said, when I said that, she said, oh, madam, sorry. So I said, madam, your neighbor. How? So
we are all in this
yes,
together.
We are in it together. So don't let us assume that power is taken, at any time we please. And sometimes they even say, yes, it is not true. And it's even putting off the lights and putting it on can cause a fatality. We've had people who have suffered various degrees of injuries because of this. Yes, having to restore power and all that. So we don't just take it off and on like that.
Somebody told me it's so weird when we see you guys turning on power and then turning it off. It's weird.
Yes, we don't just do it. We do a lot of communication.
A lot of lives have been lost.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of lives.
And Ghanaians don't know all they know.
It's not easy switching on. And as she was saying, for the transformers, even people siphon transformer oil from the transformers. So it can go off just because somebody has siphoned all the oil from it.
Amazing.
Yes, and they don't fear. And some of our pylons, most of our pylons, we have about 33,000 kVA. That is running through it. That's what most of our very strong steel companies use. So you see, it will just burn. Within a second, you are black, like charcoal. And then we have 11,000. Then we have the 24 that we are using, 240 below that we are using. And so you can imagine the electrocutions we have in our homes. And that is the least that we use in the country.
Amazing.
Yes, so it is not the best.
Let me add that sometimes people are of view that you are the ones working on it, so you are the ones stealing it. No, you realize that in Ghana we have quite a number of electrical people around. They haven't gone through the proper training, but they have an idea of how these things function. So if a person is not someone who's a good citizen and understands how the things work, they can easily, get access to these things and then siphon or take away. Yeah, so it's not always the staff. And we have contractors who have also outsourced work to people. So we have other people having access to some of our infrastructure. So I don't think we always have to be quick to say that it's
so we
staff.
have to apportion the blame.
Yeah. So sometimes too, when our voltages go down, when a transformer, somebody might be using some equipment that can let one of their lines go down. So sometimes, at least for those who have like 3 phases, sometimes somebody goes off and then they remove his line and add it to another line. These 3 phases are different lines. They have different colors for them. So each line has a load that is supposed to take. So when one goes down, instead of reporting to ECG that we have a phase off, then they remove that phase and add it to another phase. That is overloading it. So in the end, it blows up the transformer, then everybody suffers. So we entreat our customers that when you have a phase off, please call our call center or our fault lines that you know.
So let's advise.
Rectify it.
Good.
Yes.
Let's advise those who always call
their electricians,
so to speak,
yes,
the electricians, that is not their job.
That is not their job.
It's a prime prerogative of the.
Nobody
ECG.
touches the meter. Nobody touches our lines. If you touch anything, it is within your home. But from the meter to the pole and the transformer is ECG. You understand? So when you are off, please don't even attempt to call somebody to come and put off, transfer one line to another line. You are loading the lines because we do our regular visits to our transformers. And when a transformer gets to about 75 capacity, we are supposed to inject it, or 70%, we are supposed to inject to add more load to it so that it can handle the load that is coming. But when we wait till it gets to 100%, it can blow. So please let's not let customers call electricians who don't know what we are doing, just tamper with it. No.
Now I think the Ghanaian law is clear that electricians must be certified. Can you touch briefly on that? Before you can do anything, you have to be certified by the law. I think I should
take it.
You take it?
Yes.
Take it
you know that those times that we used to have the fires in the communities and our markets, so it was so rampant that government decided to come out with a policy. That Energy Commission was set up to Energy Commission was supposed to train electricians who are and give them a license.
So you work hand in hand with.
So they are not ECG workers, but they are supposed to certify whatever wiring you have done in your home. To certify that you are okay to be giving power in your home. So when you build your house,
they do the wiring.
Yes, they are supposed to do the wiring, and they are supposed to give you a certificate. Then you now add your documents to it, your site plan, your ID card, before you come to ECG.
Others are of the view that it's quite cumbersome.
Yes, but we want to be sure that the correct standard wiring has been used. Your earth is well. So when they do that and you come, the ECG will now also come and do an inspection to be sure that what the certified electrician did was right.
Because some earth takes the power too much.
Yes, if your earth is not done well, they just add charcoal and some things and pour. Your earth is not even supposed to be cemented.
You know that.
That area is not supposed to be cemented. You are supposed to make sure that it's wet most of the time. So the area around the
but it's
earth,
always buried.
It's buried, but if you pour water there, that place is moist. Wow. You see, but if you cement there, it's not the best.
So ideally,
you shouldn't cement. You should leave some space that at least can get wet and go down.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so they have to do a good job. The cables that they use we have standard cables that we use. But if they use a lesser, sometimes they use 10 mm. But we are supposed to use 16.
Wow. So have you at any point insisted that because you have not met the standard or the standardized,
yeah, you have to rewire.
Okay.
Yes, we do that.
Is it by talk or
no, they insist that you rewire before the process starts. Now even the Energy Commission electrician will let you rewire if you don't use them. So that's why now we decide that they should wire and then they should certify.
And they are going to charge.
And they'll charge. Yes, they charge the owner.
Amazing.
In an event where you have done
for your life.
If you have done the wiring already, they will have to come and look at it
and
certify that you have done the correct wiring.
Well, I interviewed twice every month. Ghana Fire Service, the officials also come here, and then since you spoke about your life, you mean security. They said if you can buy bulldogs, get security doors and all that. What is wrong if you get fire extinguisher and the like? So I agree. It sounds perfect. And so how has the implementation of Operation Zero impacted the quality of service for your customers?
Oh, so far, it's good.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the management of power outage and then
see, there's quick response
power supply?
There's quick response to faults these days because of the app. People quickly go onto the app.
Which app are you referring to?
We are referring to the new
the one I used to buy.
Yes.
The same place I can complain.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a portion where you can take a picture, you can send instantly, you'll be attended to.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
You also realize that places like
we are grown, we are old people, so we just buy and that's all. But the
you can send emails on it.
Wow.
You can check your bill on it. Yeah.
Yes.
Areas like Pram and Nungwa, we've rolled out some new meters, all because we've been able to raise some amount. So at the moment, places like that, we are piloting some new meters that we've brought out.
Revenue mobilization is not for your own parochial interest, but
no.
to help customers enjoy quality service.
Very soon you'll see that there will be quite a number of meters. A lot of customers have requested for the service and we were not able to provide them with meters as at the time. But at the moment we are rolling out new meters. We have other interventions like the flat rates, that we can give to you. So yes, we want our customer, we want to give them the opportunity to access power so that they will not do illegalities.
That's right.
The flat rates, for those who need meters and the meters are not available yet, we give you the flat rate.
Okay.
We let you pay, they give you the flat rate. So you pay until the meters are available.
Inflation,
Not really.
Quite
but we look at the things that we look at the things that you are using in your home.
Okay.
Yes, then we give you a flat rate. Then when the meters come in, then we come and install for you.
I still use the old meter, so
the postpaid.
No. The first.
Yes, we are even in partnership with another company that is coming out with a device that you can attach. You can put in your card and attach to your phone, and you can make a purchase that goes straight into your meter.
I'm waiting for
it's like a card reader.
Yes.
When your power goes
so that you can remove your card and then
put
slot it into your card or your meter or the one they show in.
That's beautiful.
So if it's like she said, it's a card reader sort of.
I have goosebumps all around me. I'm
yes,
enjoying
technology is.
For the mere fact that you guys are sharing this secret with us. I mean,
it's
I see that
secret.
No, most Ghanaians
it's for customer satisfaction.
About this. So I'm happy. I'm happy that you are sharing all these with us.
That's our main aim at the Operation Zero.
That's right.
To familiarize the customers with this app so that they can come on board and make life easy.
And for those who don't have Android phones or iPhones, they can use the star 226 hash. And they can make payments for their postpaid and they can make payments into their prepaid.
What about those using do we still have Tema region? Do we still have those using the
prepaid, the postpaid?
Yes, the postpaid.
Yes, we have.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
We still have a few of them. In the urban areas, we are almost done with prepayment. But when you go to parts of Pram, Ada, Krobo, we have done about more than 20,000 prepaid meters now.
So can we talk about the Krobo standoff with?
Not on this platform. Maybe another time. So we still have a lot of customers who are, because for Krobo we had when we started the prepaid, we had about 56,000 customers.
Okay.
And we've done about 20,000, so we still have about 30-something thousand customers using the postpaid. And at Agyapong, we have a lot of people who are still using postpaid.
I think my next question, you've almost answered it. Do you have any plans of collaborating or partnership with other companies, organizations, industries, and all the stakeholders. Do you have anything in the pipeline?
Yes, we engage our stakeholders here and there. We have forums with our industrial customers. We do debates with our non-residential and residential customers. So we hold a lot of debates with them. We try to tell them what we are telling you and if even more. And then we are going into partnership with other companies to use this card reader for the non-smart meters until we are able to phase them out, because we still have quite a chunk of customers on the non-smart meters. Yes, and then we like the law enforcement agencies too, we are in partnership with them. They are helping us go through other communities that we feel are not safe. So as and when we move there, then the people also realize that after all, we are not coming to hustle them. We are just coming in to do our regular checkups and monitoring and that sort of. I don't know whether I answer your question, but
yeah. In the media, like you.
That's right.
Yes. In the media, we are always with you.
Yes.
Pushing
the agenda.
So the customers should just know that our doors are open. They can come in with the app. If you are not comfortable, if you are not able to download it, or you even have the old app and you are not able to update, when you come into our offices, we can help you. Our CRAs are all ready. At the regional office, my marketing team is there. Everybody is there to help you.
Okay, so customer care. Let me go to Madam Barbara. Many times when you place in the call, you are giving all the options. If cheap, press 1, English, press 2, and the likes. And then the next thing is, all our customers are busy at the moment.
Our agents.
All our agents are busy at the moment. But your call means so much to us. It's important to us, so hold the line. You'll be on the line for some minutes. For no apparent reason, the line cuts. How do you explain that?
Yes, that is our
contact. Madam. Madam, tell us.
That's our contact center.
Okay.
We have a 50-seater now.
Okay.
20-seater for media, social media, and then 30-seater for call.
Okay.
So now when you send your emails as your complaints through email, it goes to the 20-seater one.
Okay.
And they are 24/7. They run shifts. You see, so for 30 people sitting there, when the call, they are supposed to pick a call in 20 seconds. You are not supposed to miss a call in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Yes. So as the calls come in, if all of them are occupied, you have to hold on. Maybe at a point in time, it's not able to hold on, then it goes off. Then you try again, because it's not like there are more. There are too many. There are just 30 people sitting there, but they run shift 24 hours.
You're educating us.
Yes.
We didn't know.
Yes.
We thought there are many, like 3,000.
There are 50. There are 50.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. And we are doing emails now. So they are there replying your mails and everything. Yes. So ECG is doing a good job.
Madam Barbara, do you want to add anything?
I just wanted to say that, when we work with these telcos, if you have to put in a call, you definitely have to fall on a telco. So sometimes when there's an intermittent, there's a cut in call, sometimes there are drops, it may be coming from your telco, not from us. Yes.
Okay. All right, so we'll go for a quick break. 33 minutes on top of the hour, 9 a.m. GMT, the studios of PAPALAW Radio. We're streaming live on www.modernghana.com, online, radiobox.com. I have in the studio Madam Esther Anjola. She's the PRO ACG head office, and then Madam Ruhiya Fuseni, she's the marketing officer ACG Tema region, and then Madam Barbara Muse, she's a customer service executive Tema region. So we'll go for a quick break, and I'll be reading their comments, their thoughts, and all that. So stick and stay right here. Don't go anywhere.
Free Asampaetia. Obayansa Fusu Bunibia one can asam. Say Mafu to some Kakrewa Supeme. Yo, Kofi, oh my woman, oh many a mana. Geni baby, watch out, Jayawaren. One some, one nipa, as I dip of you. Yamo Embera, Abeya, oh my woman, oh my mana. Hadiwaya no ra, Yamita, Yamana Rena. One so, one nipa. So I wanna be the more embera, if you had a one so one in as I dip out of you, the more embera,
All right, so my be here, Feminumi and Wara, Ghana be here, if Feminumi and Wara. We are here to build Ghana together. Don't be a bad citizen, be a good citizen. I have the staff and officials of ACG Tema region here. Today we are also joined by Madam Esther Anjola from the headquarters ECG, and then Madam Ruhia Fuseni, marketing officer ECG Tema region, and Madam Barbara Musei, customer service executive Tema region. Okay, so we are back. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Ghanaians are following. You know, it's an online radio, so we have the whole world listening to you guys. We are online, radiobox.com and modernghana.com. Everybody is listening, and they are so impressed. A lot of people didn't know much about ACG. All they know is almost by my meter, almost by my power, no more do me power and all that. But you've shared enough. Can you share with me some of the success stories going into this Operation Zero? I mean, practical ones. People were so touched by your gesture, the move about Operation Zero.
Yes, at least I know 2 people have even contacted me personally. One was calling from Liberia. Wow. Because he heard about this Operation Zero. That's and right. What we are going to do, the exercise that we are about to embark on. So he called me and asked me to check his bill for him, because he doesn't live here, but he has a house here. He wanted to know so that he can clear it. Wow. And then so we checked, and then he cleared it. Wow. You see, so it's people. Sometimes some people need a wake up call. Mm-hmm. There are people whose homes are just there locked up. Maybe they are just quarters there, caretakers there. Mm-hmm. So they take this opportunity to clear their bills and make sure that their accounts are zero. And for the industries, now they can generate a form from their on their phone, a voucher from their phones. Then they go to the banks to make payments. Wow. So we don't have to be running around collecting their checks and sending it to the bank. They do it with their bankers.
And
so it's made things so easy.
That ECG, no officials should take money from
No. You won't even know how to handle it. Yes. It must be on your phone, or you go to a vendor if it's a prepaid. Right. You go to a vendor, or you go to the bank. You pay with your Visa card, or you do that on your phone. Yes. So it has been successful as well, because most of the customers have cleared their bills. Wow. Others have even paid their current bills. Wow. They actually don't have anything on their account. Yes.
So the awareness, has it helped your customers?
Absolutely.
The sustainability, efficiency, and availability of.
In fact, these days you go to our customers, and sometimes they rather want to educate you on how they are actually assessing their bills online, the payments they've made, the kilowatts they've consumed. They are able to actually plan ahead of time because they know what their utilization is. And sometimes, if for one reason or not their bills are not coming in, they go in advance to make payments. So it's like now people are embracing whatever we are bringing on board because they know that it works. And even people who don't have Android phones or Apple phones, they are able to do transactions. And it's exciting when you go and people tell you, wow, we like what you're doing. And it when you go to the big companies, our SLTs, they tell you now we can actually be sure that our accountants are clearing their books.
Right.
They've done the necessary payments because sometimes the management may not be aware that the bills are pending, but now they know that if you don't clear it, ECG will be on your back. So it's exciting to know that our customers are embracing it. When you go to some of these cold stores, they actually want to find out how they can, utilize electricity efficiently and not waste power. So they'll ask you, so what can we do to manage our consumption and all that? And it's quite interactive and it's exciting. Like, it's not like in the past where you go and all you do is to supervise and then check the bills, check for illegalities and go away. But people are engaging. They know what is happening. They can see our news on the portals. They can actually report issues. So the back and forth is quite exciting.
Some of your officials will come and they won't smile. They just, fear. Maybe checking me down. Customer care. How do you handle some of these? Because some people, that's some of the comments people it says some of them are not too open. I mean, they are not approachable. So they just come, check their meter, turn it off, and they are good to go.
And so you understand that customer care usually sits with customer service. But this operation that we are doing is an embracing project where everybody is on board.
I hope it's not going to be a 9-day wonder.
No, so it is going to be something that will be recurring. So we've done the prep. We've encouraged people to be, pleasant and all that. But we may have individual challenges. Somebody may have had an issue already before coming to your premise.
The mood swings.
Or at times you come and the hostility you meet, you also have to put up a front to be able to carry out your activity in a professional manner. So most of the time when we come, we are pleasant. But of course, we may have some few knots that may not be as pleasant. But we'll take this as feedback. And then when we go back, we'll revert to the management.
And also, I would like to say with the Operation Zero and the new app, it's cutting some things from the system.
Okay.
Customers now know what we do, our services, how much you are supposed to pay for a meter. Because so we ask somebody, me could you have 5,000. But actually the money is not 5,000. It makes us like accessible to customer. Anybody can work, you can know exactly what you are supposed to pay. Times are hard. Some people will call you on the phone, fraudsters in you get it. So everything is out there for you to know. We are educating you for you to know. So don't get cheated. Don't give yourself room to be cheated. We are familiarizing when we go. We say this is a rate. This is how much you pay. This is what you are deducted every month. So you know, it's there on the app. Everything is there. So these are some of the things.
That's beautiful.
Yes. And we are having another project that we've piloted. We've started in most of our districts.
Okay.
We are having an express service, a premium service, express, and then standard.
Yeah.
So the premium is 1 day.
Okay.
After you have put in everything, all your documents, when you make payment, it's 24 hours, you get your meter.
Wow.
And then for the express, it's 5
but
days.
I hope people won't take advantage of the system.
No, we have, the rates are there in the open.
Okay.
The rates are there. And then if you want express, it's 5 days. So after you've taken all your documents and everything is set, you make your payment. After payment, 5 days, you are supposed to get your meter.
I'm sure you have.
Then we have the standard
punitive measures.
Yes.
Against officials from your outfit who go about telling people.
Actually, this one is not even put. We have partnered. We have contractor who is going to supply the meter and fix it for you.
Okay.
So it's not in full control of our normal.
Okay. That's right. All right.
Okay. So we have this. We have a premium service that is 1 day.
Okay.
After making payment, 24 hours to make. After making payment, you get your meter. We have our express that is 5 days after payment, and then we have the standard that is 10 days. Then the normal one.
Okay.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
that is after you have done all the correct documentation and you've made payment, as she said.
Good. I'm sure we are not going to have some of your officials who will have the Goro. Now you had the passport office issue where we have Goro boys, those on the outside who work for the bosses, and my boss say bring even your meter. Some of them can come.
Yeah, we have
to
Goro
people's
boys.
house.
Yes, we have Goro boys.
You are coming. I'm building a point, and then you answer. Some of them will come to your house and tell you, my boss says I should take the meter, bring the meter to his office. They will do something about it, and your power will not be exhausted so quick and all that. And people do it, and the bosses won't show their faces, but these Goro boys, as they call them, do their job for them.
You see, once a meter is fixed in your house, there's nobody who will remove it unless it's going to be replaced, and it is replaced immediately. Then the new one is put on, then the old one is taken. We don't take meter from your premises to our office to do anything with it.
But people do it.
Yes, people do it. You see, I always tell people.
And they claim the officials.
I always tell
connected to your
when
bosses.
you go to the hospital, if we do this, continue doing these Goro boys, we are encouraging them. When you are sick and you go to the hospital, you meet somebody in the hospital premises, and the person asks you, what are you coming to do? I'm not well, my head is aching. So, okay, I have some injection here, I can inject you. Will you take it?
That's a good analogy, no.
Yes, so why would you come to an ECG premise and then somebody tells you that, oh, you go inside that, ebe check, when you meet an ECG, I met me about for sabra, then you take it. Why would you do that? The times that we were even doing separate meter at 82 cities, that was before last year, February, people were paying as much as 1,000 cities for it, and it was just 82 cities.
So why you paying 1,005?
Yes.
1,007?
Yes, for just separate meter. You see, and meanwhile, we are not even giving the meters out at the going rate. It is subsidized by the government. So the Goro boys, we all have to come together to let it go. It is not the best, because sometimes they can even give you a meter that already has been used somewhere. Then you have a meter, then you say, me use the meter in chair, you say me the car. It's somebody's car that was given to you. But because you did it through the back door, that is what you get. And then if somebody from the office does something like that for you, you should let us know. The person can lose their job just because of that. Because a staff is not supposed to collect money from anybody. Even MD would not take your money. He will ask you to go to the office and pay to the the cashiers or the treasury executives. You know. So we just have to stop the intermediary, you know, that kind of thing.
A typical Ghanaian will always want to go through somebody.
Yes, I don't know why.
Get what he wants. So, Madam Esther, I saw you trying to say something.
No, it's just about the Goro boys. These days, we don't entertain them in the office.
All right.
So don't let yourself be used. Our monies, our rates for meters are there.
Okay.
You get it. We have a rate we put on your listing. It's there in the system.
Others are of the view that...
And then
this one, look at it.
We don't take cash.
The reason why... others of the view that you are going cashless because most of your officers were corrupt.
Most of our officers, it's not that most of our officers were corrupt, because the officers are not supposed to take money. It is only the treasury officers
some were taking
who were. So if somebody
People
was taking,
were posing as ECG
yes,
officers.
or even if it's an ECG official,
I like your defense.
even if it's an ECG official, what receipt did the person give you? Because if you give 2,000 to somebody for a meter or a separate meter, then the receipt that should be given to you should be 2,000.
Okay.
But sometimes you don't even get a receipt. You understand? And for those who do the illegal things for customers so that their meters don't run fast, they are the same people who will come and sell you out. And when we charge you, yes, you give them money. When we charge you, they take 6% of it.
Wow.
So people make it as their normal monthly salary. Yes.
Because I know some people are doing some of this.
Yes, so let us know.
They walk about.
Yes. So companies.
Boss, meet my meter, no,
yes. So companies do it. Some people get so much money. Somebody can get as much as 100,000, 60,000, 2,000 from ECG just because of reporting. But if the customer's bill is high, 6% of it is big money. So if you know a company that is doing it, let us know. You land some money.
No problem.
And then you share it with me.
That's a deal. All right. So let me read some questions here. I have some too here. He said, from Alexander Kofi, he said, please, I would like to find out from the ECG staff the reason why the app always have issues with regards to purchasing power using the app.
I would have been. I would have loved to know the exact issue he's talking about.
He was
because
not specific,
when it comes to the app, even when a transaction fails, the money reverts to your wallet automatically. So I'm not too sure what he's actually talking about, but I told you that all these internet interventions ride on telcos, so they may not be.
That one, I don't see it as an issue because even MTN, we buy all the data and still they keep giving us bad network. I would say it's MTN. Not Vodafone, I'm on MTN.
So sometimes it's important we are specific
but it works.
with the issues.
This morning, I guess,
but even when there's a failure, the money goes to sit in your wallet. You can withdraw or you can use it for another purchase.
That was one of our challenges. So that is why the wallet was introduced.
Okay.
So as we get feedback from customers, then we improve on the app. So now that the wallet is there, your money can go there. You can use it to purchase, or you can decide to withdraw your money.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me go to Madam Esther. How has the Operation Zero influenced the perception, both domestic and international audience about ECG? You know, Ghanaians and those in the diaspora has a perception about that brand, ECG.
With the Operation Zero, we are getting good feedback from people that the plan or the policy our boss have put in place is actually good. It's bringing everything to light. It's making our work easier. It's making our services quite appreciated. Yes, people call and say, oh, we are doing a good work. So you have this so much money in town, people are not paying. At least, yes, so it's a good lane we've taken to retrieve some of this money, because some of these monies are really helping us to pay our debtors and stuff.
That's right.
And now we can get meters. It's got to a point we're having issues with, but now we are rolling out meters. So if just imagine we hadn't been back on this thing, what would happen? So it has really helped us
ECG
move
will
forward.
still be owing, and they will be saying ECG.
But it's all of us.
That's
we are
right.
all owing ECG. The ministry
So we shouldn't say ECG, but all of us, we are owing.
So it's a collective thing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so the operation is
You are
involving.
owing, yet you are owing ECG, yet you are saying ECG for the car. And when they see it in the papers, they will be talking.
Yes, so now you are paying. We are
That's
giving
right.
you good service. So it's hand in hand. So it's really closing that gap between customers and ECG. We are paying our bills. They're also getting the good services they deserve.
Madam Uvia, do you want to add anything to it?
We all know that
the perception.
The perception. Well, I think it's giving us a positive
vibe,
yeah, because most people, as she said, most people used to ask, so how come that you've been sitting down all this while and monies are there? You know, but now we are zooming onto the customers. You must make your payment, or we take off the power, because as good suppliers, if you don't have money, we wouldn't want to burden you more with debt. So let's put you off. When you get the money and pay, then we'll bring you back on. So it is bringing the awareness that now you must pay your bill. So far as we are using the bill, you must pay it. And that goes to encourage our customers to conserve power. If you know that you cannot pay so much, make sure that you conserve power at home.
So that had also worked.
Yes.
Positively. Those days, I know with the postpaid, somebody can put on the
lights. Oh, they are outside lights. They won't put it off.
But now,
when they are not in the bathroom lights are on. Bedroom lights are on. Meanwhile, they are all in the hall or maybe the sitting room watching TV. Sometimes somebody is watching TV. The radio is on. They lower the volume on the TV and they are listening to radio, watching pictures. The fan is on, maybe the place is airy, or you get up and leave the house, your room, leave the fan on. You know, sometimes it is not necessary.
But now they know.
But now people are putting off their lights. And you didn't put off the lights. Yes.
50,
and now people even know their daily consumption.
That's right.
Every day they go onto their meter to see how much did I consume yesterday. As at yesterday, maybe at this time when we're going to bed, this is how much we had on our meter. Today, how much do we have? Because it's difficult to pay. and they don't want to be put off. So you conserve your power.
Wow.
Yes.
Madam Barbara,
yes.
do you want to add anything?
In the past, ECG was quite faceless. People were not too sure who to go to when they had issues, and they didn't even know how to reach us. And you know how Ghanaians are uncomfortable going to some of these government agencies. So coming to our customers, relating with them, giving them a face to connect with, has made it very easy for people to walk into our premises these
Even
days.
me now, I have your number, so when my power, I have an issue.
You can easily call.
And these, what we call, we have online accesses, we have telephone numbers that you can call in the district.
And now people feed online more than the traditional.
Yes, and if you have in the districts, we have fault lines that people can access. So then the feedback is that these days ECG responds to customers a bit more faster than before. And we have WhatsApp platforms with our stakeholders. We are able to get first-hand information on what is happening on the field. And so you realize that, give or take, ECG's power is a lot more stable nowadays. Even if there's a problem, it may be something that, when you mention, it would have been picked up already.
Amazing. Listening to all of you, I've realized that a momentum has been built for the ECG going forward. So what are some of the future plans and strategies ECG has in the offing?
As of now, I think we are moving with technology.
Okay.
So as she was saying, we have even WhatsApp platform with various community stakeholders, the assemblymen, the opinion leaders, queen mothers in the markets and things like that. So that when anything is happening on the field, if they call any of our lines and it's not going, they know where to put it on. They snap pictures of poles falling, rotting poles, transformers being vandalized, or even torn lines. They put it on it. So I think ECG is going forward with technology, and I know very soon it will even be more than what we are doing now. Everybody can attest to the fact that ECG of today is not what was yesterday.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
We have community engagements as well. So sometimes we go into the communities. Maybe sometime you can come with us.
Yeah.
We go into the communities to hold engagements with everybody. So there's a platform for everyone to come. Sometimes we bring the office to the field where issues are resolved. So there's so much. We engage our stakeholders. We have forums for our stakeholders. We have visits for the SLTs. We visit our SLTs. We have meetings with them. So for example, before we come to do these things, we have already engaged them. Sometimes we'll have one-to-one. Before the cashless came, we had engaged quite a number of them to let them know what was happening. So we are not keeping our customers in the dark. We want them to know what is happening. We want them to understand that we are working because of them. That is why these days we don't just sit in the offices as people call us tabletop staff. No, we come to the field. It doesn't matter what your designation is. We come to the field, get to have first-hand information of what is happening to the customers so that we can give you real-time responses to your problems.
Madam Esther, do you want to
The SLT she mentioned was our special low tariff customers. That's some of the industrial customers. They take a lot. They are just about 1% of or 3% of our customer base. But they give us almost 60 to 70% of our revenue.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow. So you don't joke with them, crowd. Madam Esther, do you want to add anything? No, eh? All right, so I'm joined in the studio by Madam Esther Anjola. She's the PRO ECG head office, and then Madam Ruhia Fuseni, marketing officer ECG Tema region, and Madam Barbara Muse, customer service executive Tema region. In fact, ECG has already gone cashless, convenience in your hands. Transact all ECG business online using mobile money, Visa or MasterCard. Mobile money transactions with ECG do not attract e-levy charges. Ayamba.
Yes. Yeah. Whatever you enter,
when
you put in a figure,
and I pay you to and what you are e-levy.
It's the exact amount.
Okay.
Exact amount.
Wow, that's beautiful. So it's so nice. So everybody, go get the ECG Power app. Get it on Google Play,
Or use *226#.
Okay, that's also here. And then download on the App Store. Those who are using iPhone, we have no iPhone people. Yeah.
Those who have the old version, they should just go back there and update it.
Okay, that's beautiful. So download the all new ECG mobile app to access ECG services and pay online. It's simple. I like that one. And we have service connection charges effective 1st March 2026. Much are
for now, they are winning. You see,
PURC.
PURC am I
because they say you're too
where non-service charges.
When we hear from
non-tariff
them,
charges.
that's amazing.
Non-tariff charges.
So straight service, 1,224.
That's without pole.
Without pole. Okay, phase 3. Phase 3 is here, 2,304. 3 phase. And then 1 pole extension, 3,504. And 3 phase. And so yeah, 5,304. Hey. 2 pole extension.
So for 15 years, the answer is charges.
Okay. All right. So we are looking at straight service with pole 2,544, and 3 phase is 3,624. Separate meter 840. 3 phase 1,560. It's not bad.
Separate meter used to be 82 cedis, 25 pesos. But people were charging as much as 1,000 something for it.
1,500.
Yes.
That's a micrometer.
Yeah, my papa no will open here or compound.
Committee 2, baby. Post shape straight. Can you explain that post shape straight?
After we have done the SHEP program.
What's the SHEP?
The SHEP is a self-help electrification project.
Okay.
Yeah, that we do in the most the urban,
so
the rural area. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So after the project, it normally is free, or we have some small tokens that they pay.
Okay.
But after the project, then you pay.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, and so 1 phase or single phase is 1,120.
We'll say for.
So cheap. And then 3 phases, 240 Ghana cedis. Additional load, 3 phase, 2,000.
Additional load, they be our single phase. Upesa we any 3 phase. Now yeah, upgrade the amount.
That's amazing. That is 2,280. Both companies.
Companies, they are more meters, or more you see, city meters. Some of them are reading online.
This is amazing. This is why I love the 8 one. Meter replacement free. 3 phase free.
That is one temper with meter. And I say, temper with meter na say
We are able to tell.
So temper with meter na say yeah.
I'm sure somebody say, "Oh, madam, don't add that one. We are interested."
But most of them say a faulty meter. We just replace it. Yes, we are replacing a lot now.
Okay, temporal supply 960.
Say be here wedding work baby and a year or failed money animal they give you power after starting until you charge you.
That is automatic 960. 3 phase 1,800. Internal monitoring single phase 840, and then 3 phase 1,920. I think it's affordable. Ghanaians have money. If not, we wouldn't be having dollars in the house. All right, so your final words, Madam Esther. We had a good time on radio.
Yeah. So I just want to say to the customers, we are making life easy for you. So make life easy for us by paying your bills promptly. Help us stop illegalities. Help us stop meter tampering. Help us stop meter bypass. Because it will go a long way to help in the efficiency.
To affect all of us.
To affect all of us. Thank you.
Amazing. Madam Barbara.
Grateful for your time, and we want to tell our customers that our offices are always open to them. They can call us they can contact us on our various platforms. They can walk into the offices. We are there to receive them. And they should be our friends. They should be our watchdogs. They should look at what is happening within the communities. The less we spend on replacements of these vandalized and stolen gadgets, the better service we can give them. Because instead of having to replace, we can do an extension for them. So yes, customers, please be our friends. Thank you.
We have already befriended you guys. We did your back like a cha-cha.
So let's desist from using agents. Let's come straight to our offices.
So ECG has no agent.
ECG has no agent.
Home.
Come home. And then at the district office, just come in. We have our customer service executives at the front desk. They will handle you. Let's conserve power so that we don't pay unnecessary bills that we have not used well. And then let's check our meters, our wiring every 10 years, every 5 years. We check the wire every 10 years. We check to see if we have to rewire.
Oh, really?
Between 10 and 15 years.
The next time we'll be touching on
yeah, between 10 and 15 years, we are supposed to rewire. So we should check that to 15 years. Yes, because the sun is very hot in Africa. So the wires up there in the ceiling, some of them will get melted and leave the bare wire that can touch something, and then it will leak out into the house.
So that also causes this fire out.
Yes,
fire
it does.
Service personnel once,
it does. Wow. So let's protect
our
lives.
Are we going to see a law from Parliament backing this whole thing so that
I'm not too sure about that, but it's your home, it's your life. You know, it's your property. Can you imagine the amount of money you have used to build a house, only to lose it to something that you could have checked?
Robbers.
Yes, so let's check it. Let's check our earth too, so that power doesn't seep into the house to electrocute somebody, and then you don't pay money that you have not used. Money for power you have not used. So we treat customers to do that.
Energy Commission.
And we thank you very much too for having us here. We wish to come back.
Always welcome.
Yeah.
We want to do once a month then.
Yeah.
So I had to take all your numbers. So
just to buttress what she said, you know these Energy Commission technicians, the certifications they give, they are not just mere papers that they give. These are actually going to track whatever happens in the homes. So if there's
but now I see some young men going about and we are told that they are taking details of every house. I've forgotten that commission, one of the, I don't know, yes, they are going about taking data, and I'm told they want to digitalize the whole thing. No, property rate. Yes.
So you know what happens
they are
is
trying to also go digital.
If they don't do the right job and there's an outage, they also be held responsible, because apart from the person who did the work, who certifies, there's a supervisor who also does the certification. So please, it is important that we work with them. So I don't know about the legislation yet, but these are some of the things that have been.
So the monies you are paying to them, the monies they are charging you, it's not just charging you. If something happens in your house and they come to investigate, and it's about your wiring, the person who certified for you to take electricity will be held, liable.
I hope one day, maybe through your legal team, you make a proposal and then it becomes.
You never know.
Thank you very much. We are grateful
for
coming. You've graced this platform with a lot of information, knowledge, and then education. So I was joined in the studio by Madam Esther Anjola, PRO, ECG head office, and then Madam Ruhia Fuseni. I got this one right.
This time you changed it. You mentioned the Fuseni well, now you have changed the Fuseni. Ruhia Fuseni.
I got that right. So she's the marketing officer, ECG Tema region, and then Madam Barbara Muse, customer service executive, Tema region. Thank you for coming. We are so grateful. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you again.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And then our Noble
she's our national service executive.
And she never spoke into the microphone, but we heard your ideas on the platform. Thank you for coming. We are grateful. All right, so This is where we draw the curtains on today's program. It's been an awesome time. I'm going for the last break. Baby Santos will be here so that we climax the bucket. So we are done with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Be 11 minutes on top of the hour 10 a.m. GMT in the studios of PAPALAW Radio. David Santos.
Attorney. Okay. What I want to say is that it's good when we have this search education on radio, especially on PAPALAW Radio. And today I have learned a lot from ECG. They have educated us, and it seems one prophecy is coming true. They said digitalization, and you know the man who is in charge of digitalization nowadays. And so, and not only that, but we should also consider the system at which the country and the world is going right now. The technology aspect is helping. Yes.
Nobody should take the glory.
Oh yeah.
We are happy.
Yeah. Yes, attorney. And so it's even helping others who
from analog to digital.
Digital, yes. And today too we had a good time, yes, on ECG, open up and teaching us the things that we need to do. Right. I never knew. It seems my father told me, they said for you to rewire your house, it has to be 20 years, which is wrong. And then so it's 10, 15. Yeah, it's 10, 15. And so now I have to go home and tell Dad that at the end of the year, Babe woo and change.
Santos, all right, on my BE this is where we draw the curtains on today's program. It's been a wonderful time from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. We are grateful. Thank you, my producer, GH, my co-host, David Santos, on Hiniba Kofi Prince. Thank you very much. And everybody, all the staff and management of PAPALAW Radio. And so, Nanaba next on your radio, Lady Kenzie. Kofi Yezu will come your way with Ghanaians, and Mark Black will come your way with Pillow Drive. I came, I saw, and I conquered. Straight up, don't crooked up. See you tomorrow.